afternoon. I'm Tyler Danberg. Number 1 Ohio State beat UCLA 48-10 Saturday. Wideout Cardinal Tate missed a second straight game while Jeremiah Smith exited the game early. Today, both Smith and Tate were named Biletnikoff Award semifinalists, given to the top receiver in college football. College hoops, Ohio State men's basketball was ranked 23rd in today's AP poll. Buckeyes are 4-0 for the first time in 4 years. Buckeye women's hoops fell to number 1 UConn 100-68 Sunday. College wrestling, number 4 Ohio State won the national duels, beating number 2 Nebraska and number 3 Iowa Sunday to earn the $200,000 prize. NHL, Blue Jackets host the Canadiens at 7:30. NBA, Cavs welcome the Bucks at 7. This update sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. Get a holiday loan from BMI Federal Credit Union and choose a loan amount from $1,000 to $5,000. BMIFCU.org/holiday loan. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
It's time to add some spice to your nooner. Nooner funny. This is the place where big-time guests, bold opinions, and little cute doggies come together. This is Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by Pella Columbus, the #1 rated windows and doors in Columbus.
All right, back at it. Great to be along with all of you who are listening. We appreciate you. Rothman and Ice, Anthony Rothman, Matty Ice Hayes, and the Loose Cannon. Boys, how was the weekend?
Weekend was good, man. Weekend was pretty good. Didn't do too much this weekend. A lot of consuming of sports, which we always do anyway, but had the pregame show Saturday afternoon from 2 to 4 with Dana DeVere, which was a good time, and then get out of here, man, and kind of just laid low, honestly. Yeah. It was one of those weekends, and yeah, so I really got nothing to report. Didn't do anything fun this weekend. You do anything fun this weekend?
I was tempted by the fruit of another. No, I was tempted to actually hit the golf ball on Saturday, knowing that the show wasn't until 4. And then when it gets this warm this late in the year, it's so windy. Yeah. And, most of the greens now are like putting on a shag carpet. But it's just the fact that you could go hit a golf ball, and I didn't. I'm not that guy. I am just a
Tim May, huh?
Fair weather golfer.
Tim May was out there grinding on Friday when we talked to him.
Fairways, not the greens.
Yeah.
And so I decided to, like you, lay low, sleep in a little bit, get rested up for the big night affair out at the Shoe, to be out there with Buckeye Nation in their own natural habitat. And when the lights come on and it gets dark and it's kind of a cool
feel a little vibe.
There's a little vibe out there. Yeah. Now, the narrative on the game, you wake up and you hear this Nico that he's not playing.
It's like,
and then he's traveling. The weird part for me, and I'm no doctor, but I would say if I'm coming out of a concussion or I'm in protocol, and you could maybe you know more about this. The last thing I want to do is be 30,000 feet in the air on a plane. Right?
Yeah, I've never had a concussion that I know of. I can
if you
understand.
Don't have one, we can get you one. You follow?
I can understand why you would ask that question, though, because
he traveled.
He did travel. I don't remember the injury. I think it was Deshaun Watson had with the Houston Texans, to where he had to take a bus to their game. And I don't know if that was concussion related or not, but I have
a train, and then a bus.
Yeah, there's definitely. But yeah, the whole Nico thing surprised me for sure.
Do the buses run to the strip malls?
I don't think they do.
Okay, that was a bad joke. Sorry,
I don't think they do. What was the joke? Where's that from?
Actually,
what's that rooted in? The joke?
I don't know.
Is that a movie?
No, it was no movie. You were talking about Deshaun, and I thought,
They run to the strip malls.
You might like to visit some establishments.
Wasn't that Robert Kraft?
That was probably more of a gimme the Bob Kraft.
I think that was Robert Kraft.
I think it was more Bob.
The old strip malls that was doing
Orchids of Asia.
Some extracurricular activities. I am watching a new show that you may like. Mayor of Kingstown with Jeremy Renner. It's really good. It's on Paramount. It's on Paramount Plus. If you need something new to tap into, this is the second season, maybe third, but it's on Paramount Plus. It's a really good job. Great cast.
Okay.
Storyline this year is great with his brother being in jail and all that. I won't spoil too much of it, but if you guys are looking for something new, I have been watching Mayor of Kingstown.
Jeremy Renner.
On Paramount Plus with old Jeremy Renner.
That boy good.
That boy good.
He really is. In the town, he's great.
Amazing, man.
Like, he's kind of scary in the town.
He's got a nice little resume that he's building. The town, he's done some stuff with Marvel. Obviously, there's some other good stuff I'm probably not mentioning. But this latest stuff from him, he's in his bag in the role he's playing on Mayor of Kingstown.
And he probably feels very fortunate to be alive, right? Didn't he get plowed by a snowmobile or some kind of
very scary situation?
Snow removal truck or something.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, scary stuff.
So yeah, that was my weekend.
So that was it. So I was okay. So we had similar weekends. Went down to the shoe, did the show. It was great, and it was one of those things because I said on the show you could really watch a half of Buckeye football, and then if you wanted to jump over to Nationwide and go check out them against the Rangers, and that wound up going the distance. But and they'll play again tonight against Montreal. This might be a good time to get them. They lost 3 in a row. They can't score. I'm talking about Montreal. Backup goalie in. They've been kind of doing some weird stuff with goalie. So I'm going to do Bet365 right now. Now, I'm going to lay the goal and a half at plus 185.
Okay.
Because I don't think it does me any good to just ML the Jackets at minus 125. So let's go. Just win it. Give me an empty biscuit plus 185, and away we go.
I like that.
May the odds be ever in your favor.
Check that box. So we got Puck Drop tonight at Nationwide right around 7:30.
Yeah.
At 1 o'clock today, though, on our show, the floor is yours. So 614-821-9710 is our number. Don't call now. But at 1 o'clock, we've been doing the floor is yours, handing the segment over to you guys, giving you the floor to rant about your sports teams or whatever it may be. So I love Mondays now, hearing from our listeners. It's a good time, and I can't wait for 1 o'clock.
We could just honestly, first of all, 2 things. One, do we have an incentive yet where it's like win a dream date with TLC, the best caller?
I was thinking Cole can now, the winner, Cole has to go to the winner's house and wrap all their Christmas presents this year. That
Wrap
will
it
be
up.
you don't have to do the wrapping.
I'll take
TLC will do it for you.
We're doing gift bags with the tissue paper. Where you just put the gift in the bottom of it, put the tissue paper
I kind of like wrapping.
Boom.
I'm not going to lie.
That's
I think I can do
acceptable
it.
for me.
I don't think I'm an expert at it. But if you needed something, I can do it.
You like the process of wrapping gifts. See, I hate it because I'm horrible at it. So I will always go the TLC route.
I've never tried.
You're the guy that uses a half a roll of Scotch tape, right? And then there's always a lot of material on one side and not a lot of. I've shorted it on one side.
That 100% is me. Yes.
But I do enjoy wrapping a present.
I wish I was good at it because it does look really clean when somebody's great at it.
When they're great at it.
Oh my goodness! And just stacking the boxes up. It
You know
looks
why
awesome.
they're good
I wish
at
I could do it
because they have they have a work area. They have the wrapping paper on a roll that they can just pull down and then get enough of it right. And they're not dealing with trying to just cut a square and paste it on here. Like they've got all the materials and a nice wide workspace. I'm usually doing it on a coffee table with a TV and food here.
I'm on the floor. Yeah, it's just not working for me.
So
you get in the bag.
Well, the other thing I was going to say. Oh, you said they can't call now. I think they can. We won't put them on the air, but they can be in the queue.
I'm just saying, if you want to be locked in for an hour, do your thing.
Unblock the phones.
Yeah, do your thing. If you want to get in now for the floor,
I just want
I
unblocked the phones, so you guys just don't need me because I'll just be talking to people for the next hour.
Host your own radio
And then
show.
the other thing we could do, we could just, Maddie, if you love it so much, we could just fine bomb this thing and just calls all day, all damn night. No content, just calls.
Monday,
we listen to people rant.
Yeah.
We throw in a couple quips every now and then we just cruise out of here. Now, that sounds like a job I would sign up for.
Yeah, I can rock with that. Feinbaum is he is living well doing the show.
Open the phone lines.
With the setup of that show. Yeah.
We'll be the Paul Feinbaums of the North.
Yeah.
That already exists.
Because he already comes on our station with Bo. So he does do radio in the North.
But the calls part, that would be something. I don't know. Might go wrong for us in a lot of ways. The Buckeyes lived up to exactly what we thought they would be. But this not that they were going to be in the game, UCLA, but there was a narrative out there that here comes Nico, the sequel at the shoe, came in with Tennessee in a playoff game, gave everything he had to that game, and now here he comes with a lesser team.
Yeah.
And you wanted to see this Buckeye defense handle a really mobile quarterback, and instead you get Luke Duncan and donuts, and you kind of he was better than I thought he'd be. The guy had never thrown a collegiate pass, and he was thrown into the shoe. And they start him out with a couple wide receiver screens out of the gate, and, there was nothing that was going to be downfield too much, except for late in the game where he made some pretty good throws. But again, I always say these coaches, they just can't do what we think they will do, which is you're coming into number one, you're a 34-point dog, throw caution to the wind, go for everything. It's not their mindset. You know what? They don't want to Narduzzi this thing. They don't want to lose 110-0.
What was the final score of that one, by the way? That you brought it
They
up?
hung in there.
Yeah, I think that's what
and
I'm
then
saying.
you guys, then Notre Dame kind of hammered them.
Yeah.
But my early point on the UCLA thing is that, first of all, you knew you were going to get delay of games with a new quarterback. Like, he's not even watching the play clock. But they had 4th and 3 on their own 44 earlier in the game, and I wouldn't go for it. But there are a lot of people who said, why isn't he going for it? Well, he's not going for it because he's got a quarterback that's making his first start, and he's on his side of the field. So this was one of those things that we could kind of name the score, and we did. At halftime, UCLA had 2 first downs. Ohio State had 16. By the way, here's the other unbelievable. I mean, so many cool highlights that we'll talk about throughout the game. James Peoples with the hurdle, the touchdown, and Isaiah West had a big run in that game. But at the end of that half, how UCLA doesn't get that to halftime, managing that clock, and they turn it into a shanked punt that gives up another 3. I think there's like $1:10 left or $1:19. Ohio State's got only 1 timeout. If you and I are coaching UCLA and it's 24-0, you know what we're doing? We're running once. Ohio State calls their timeout. We're running twice. We're running a 3rd time, and that's the half. We're not even leaving it up to a punt. Like, it's unbelievable what some of these teams do, man.
Yeah.
It's like,
it was.
Don't go for it on 4th and 3.
Right.
But make sure you screw up the clock at the end of the half so you have to punt.
Yeah, definitely strange. That's for sure. Like you said off the top, nobody was really expecting much resistance at all with Nico. Without him, that was times 2. I did like some of the things that you mentioned. The run game over the last couple of weeks, there's been some pop there. Another good day for Bo Jackson. If we gave him that run last week or the game before that, right, where early on in the game he ran it to the crib, but there was a flag, he'd be really rocking and rolling as far as the stats look. And so when you have Peoples, West, and Jackson, and the ability to have multiple guys contribute week in and week out, it's what you want this time of year, especially when you're down, a couple wide receivers as well. And so that was good to see. You got some complimentary stuff from special teams with the kickoff return for a touchdown from Lorenzo Styles Jr., so credit to him for stepping up and doing something we haven't seen in a very, very long time, in over a decade. And so they handle business the way that they were supposed to. Now, coming out of this game, I think a lot of the focus is on what's going on with Carnell and what's going on with Jeremiah Smith.
And you don't want to, Julian kind of turned his ankle backpedaling, and he's okay. But, yeah, you're getting to that point where we are now the week before the week. Right. So it's a whole different mindset, which we'll talk to Jim Lachey about at 12:30. But up next, we have a rivalry, we have a denial, we have video evidence, and we got guys talking. You'll hear it next. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Are you fired up? Is it Monday? It must be Reaction Monday.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
At Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings are so good.
It's Black Friday all month long with low lease payments on every model, starting at $99 a month for a 2026 Elantra. Plus, get owner assurance and America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. At Great Lakes Hyundai, these savings are so good. Columbus or Dublin or glakeshyundai.com. With approved credit, $39.95 down plus access fees, first month payment, and 10 miles per year, ends 12/1.
Bobcat Enterprises has rebates and write-offs to give you a competitive edge in 2026. Now until the end of the year, get 0% financing for 60 months or up to $10,000 in cash rebates. Offer varies by model and dealer in-stock inventory. This year's tax deductions are bigger than ever, and you can apply to lease, finance, or directly purchase equipment. Spend it before the government gets it. Stop by Bobcat Enterprises in Hilliard, Reynoldsburg, or Zanesville, or see our full line of products at bobcatent.com today. Offer expires 12/31/25.
Get an Eco.
Aaron, an HVAC system is exactly like a car.
Except for it doesn't have tires, brakes, turn signal, a steering wheel, or a speedometer.
Yeah, but other than that, they're exactly alike.
Get an Eco.
Why do we change the oil on a car?
So it works better and lives longer.
Why do we do regular maintenance on an air conditioning system?
So it works better and lives longer. Okay, now I see your point.
We replace tires and brakes to keep everyone safe, and we inspect furnaces to keep everyone safe.
Get an Eco.
but you cannot get EcoFi Advantage for your car.
For just $28 a month, EcoFi Advantage covers all 3 systems.
Plumbing, electrical, and HVAC.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Go to geteco.com and scroll down the page to where it says EcoFi Advantage. And make sure you watch the video of Aaron and me.
I don't think you're in that video, Jerry.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Eco. Plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians. GetEco.com.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining built Ford tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Imagine the perfect chicken tender. Crispy, juicy, for lack of a better word, tendery. Now imagine these perfect tenders at Wendy's. 'Cause they are. Wendy's new chicken tenders are here with delicious new dipping sauces like Wendy's Signature, Creamy Ranch, and Honey Barbecue. And they're so good, we even changed our name from Wendy's to Tendies. I believe that's what the kids call manifesting. For Tendies you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's. At the Ohio Lottery, we make Keno fun. Your way. That means you pick your wager. Will it be $1, $2, a crisp $20? Your call. Like picking your own numbers? Use any inspiration you like. Birthdays, jersey numbers, you name it. And if you don't feel like choosing, there's the Super Quick Auto Pick. With regular promotions that'll get you more bang for your Keno buck, multiple ways to win, prizes galore, and live draws every few minutes. Anytime is the right time to get in on the Keno action. Keno is always fun, your way. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
You can stream the game on your phone while you're gardening. You can stream it while you walk the dog. You can stream it at a trampoline park. You can even stream it at a monster truck rally. But the second you get behind the wheel, the game's over. Remember, Ohio, phones down. It's the law.
Starting Monday, it's Rivalry Week, or as we like to call it, Beat Michigan Week, or Try Not to Get Pepper Sprayed Week. Rivalry Week sounds better. Let's go with that.
Rivalry Week on the Fan is sponsored by your Central Ohio Toyota dealers.
Ryan Day's proven he has what it takes to win a natty, but can he take control of the biggest rivalry in sports? Will Julian Sayin or Jeremiah Smith have a Heisman moment? Will the Fan staff consume 500 wings in a single setting? Let's find out together. Proud to be your home of the Buckeyes, the Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We will have a sunny day ahead, but don't let that fool you. Afternoon temperatures getting into the upper 40s only, and then for tonight, lows right around the freezing mark, which will start off with rain going into daybreak on Tuesday, but we could be mixing in with some snow toward the morning commute, but little to no accumulation is expected. Turning over to all rain as we head into Tuesday afternoon as highs climb in the mid to low 40s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman and Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Anthony finally hit a hole-in-one.
It's in the hole.
So now what? Just bask in the glory?
And that's how she wrote.
You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
Did a smart thing this weekend. He'll like this. PLC will like this. When J.J. McCarthy hit Addison for the go-ahead touchdown. Yeah. Clutch throw, great throw. Being a lifelong Viking fan, I knew one thing not to do. Don't text him. Don't do it. Game's not over. You know how this movie plays out most of the time. Yeah. Didn't tweet anything. Didn't text anything. That, my friend, is a true diehard fan that knows what's coming next. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Been there, done that, huh? Seen that movie before?
All right, so during the break, when we said someone can call, someone actually did call.
Oh.
Correct?
Correct.
All right, so we believe this is Morning Juice producer Bodie Wells.
Correct.
That's going to be on the phone.
Okay, another Golden Domer.
Yes.
He and TLC, big time.
Maybe
Notre
he
Dame
wants to
fans
get his
around
early.
here.
By the way, he called the regular phone line. He didn't call the private line.
You know what? Okay. I got to respect that. That's a guy who didn't cut in line. That's a guy at the hospitality. That's like the, like a hospitality.
He must have actually been listening and heard that the phones went live.
It's like a hospitality night, and they're giving like free alcohol and hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah.
And he didn't feel he could cut right to the front of the line.
Kind of like
to get his drink first.
He's not using his employee discount.
That's right.
He's paying full price at the register right here.
So then TLC tells me, he goes, he's calling from the gym.
Okay, getting that work.
I said, all right.
Putting that work.
Calling from the gym. And then TLC says, he's got something, maybe a story you guys would like.
Okay, let's hear it.
Well, hang on. Predict what it is.
Oh, I have no idea.
I think I know what it is.
I have no idea what's going on in Bodie's world.
But we've talked about
Right
this
now.
whole gym guy, gym fitness. We've talked about this stuff before.
Oh. Let's throw them on. I'd love to hear.
My prediction.
you want to predict this?
Yeah,
okay.
I want to predict this. And I don't have no idea. My prediction is either we've got naked man in the locker room, roaming the facility, right? Because we talked about that.
I hope not.
We talked about it. I'm just thinking that
You're in favor. I was not.
I actually am just predicting. Not in favor of it. I'm just saying you are in a locker room, and if a guy's showering, like occasionally, he's not going to, be covered, like occasionally. And I'm thinking that may be it, or it's Jim's selfie guy. It's the whole ring light camera, the whole deal, or it's something like that.
All right.
We'll find out.
All right. Or it's a revenge rant coming for Notre Dame that they're coming for Ohio State.
All right, so
could be that.
You've got 3 out there. Let's see if you nail
The favorite is the
and now
favorite.
Tito's calling in. We better get
The
this
favorite
going.
is locker room naked guy. Go ahead, Bodes. Your whole show is your whole show is calling ours right now. It's like a scene out of Anchorman.
Long time, first time. So you're 0 for 3, unfortunately, Rob.
Wow.
First off, I'm definitely not a line cutter. In fact, if you ever wander your way over into the Morning Juice YouTube water, sometimes people ask, like, Bodie, I'll jump in the chat, and I don't have that little wrench to show that, like, I'm an employee there. People ask, why don't I have that? I tell them, I don't want that thing. I'm a man of the people. I don't need that thing. I'm just one of you guys. They just got me running the board. Anyway, now, actually, you know what? Let me get this in while I'm on here. I was in the city of Jeremiah Love. I said this morning they called Philadelphia the city of brotherly love. I've decided to call Pittsburgh the city of Jeremiah Love for Saturday's contest. And the fine folks, both myself and sitting in the Notre Dame faithful section, we've decided it is time that the Jeremiah Love Heisman campaign just really takes off here. Anyway, more important than all that, though, Ross, and you were 0 for on the guesses. So I was in the gym getting a workout in.
Okay.
And so I have my own headphones in, playing my own music, but I can always hear the speakers that's playing the music, in the gym. And I can't always hear the lyrics quite because, like I said, I got my own headphones in, but I can hear the beat. And all of a sudden, when I heard this beat, I was cracking up laughing. I thought of you two immediately. And then when I got in my car as I was leaving, and you guys said, call in, I'm like, wow, they'll probably enjoy this. All of a sudden, I heard a little Family Affair by one Mary J. I believe it's pronounced Wise. But once upon a time, one of the three of us, I don't know, I can't remember which one of us, might have actually pronounced her last name Blidge or something like that.
Mary J. Blidge.
This is
remember who did that or not? But
Bodie.
I was laughing so hard thinking about you guys and thinking about that moment. I basically had to stop my sentence.
That is a good story. I'm so mad we don't have that drop. If Cole was here at the time, we'd have it. Bodie was filling in. He was producing our show, and the halftime show was announced for the Super Bowl in 2022. And he starts reeling off who it is, like Snoop Dogg and Kendrick Lamar, like whoever else. It's Eminem. It was the
one out in Cali.
It was out in L.A.
Yep.
And then he drops a Mary J. Blidge. And we both looked at him. And the funny part is, and this is the classic part, is that when you see a name that you're not really sure what it is, usually you kind of say, I'm not sure who this is. You had none of that. You just decided, I see a weird last name. I'm going to assume that's the way it's pronounced, and you went with it.
Listen, I just ripped that Band-Aid off. What's the worst that can happen? And, I guess the worst that could happen is we have a great story to tell from it. So,
Mary J. Blidge. She'll always be Mary J. Blidge to us.
This drop might exist.
I don't know when you're going to find it. What you're going to have to find is the day that was announced.
Yep. It was announced on Thursday, September 30th, which means that perhaps Friday, October 1st of 2021.
We dig into the previous staff schedules, maybe find a day that Colin would have been out. It might have been that Friday.
It would have been a Friday because Colin travels for Ohio State football.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
I can find
He
this.
does this stuff, man. He goes
I would love it, man,
deep
if we
into the
could find
archives.
It was because it was such an authentic moment from you, Bodie, too, because we've all been there, man. And I just have respect for you for rolling with it, because sometimes, in this bit, you'll say something really fast to try to just move on, like over a name or a word that you don't really know how to, say clearly. But you just normal cadence, Mary J. Blige. Listen, man, I love you for it.
Does the Buffalo Sabres drop exist?
What's that?
Sorry, go ahead. Does the Buffalo Sabres drop exist?
That one might be deep in the confines there. You might be able to pull that out of the archives. I have no idea, to be honest with you. But
that's good.
Well done, my man.
Good to hear from you, Bodie. That was good.
When we find it, we'll be playing it, bud. That's for sure.
All right, boys. Take care.
See you, pal.
Hey, Tito called in and said we're not allowed to have you on our show. We're stealing you from Morning Juice. Tito called in to complain.
Wait, now another person from the Morning Juice. Yeah. When's Bobby calling? Will he be next?
Wednesday.
Probably in that sauna, putting in that work. Bobby does.
We should have put Tito. Hey, as long as we still have you on the line.
Now it's an interview.
We were doing the college football. We were doing the college football preview ranking show, or the unveiling, on Tuesday. Maddie and I were hosting it, and in the chat, we had the Gold Jacket Thursday also with Earl Campbell, and I did that interview from your studio. You know where I sit now. I was bugging you, so you know where I sit. So I sit where Tito sits, and in the chat, as somebody saw the Earl Campbell interview, they said, AR, get out of that chair now. And then it said, Tito's got bed bugs.
Okay, so we talked about that this morning. Tito brought that up, and we weren't really sure what the background for that was. Was that just like a random listener trying to give Tito crap, or...
Which would be perfectly appropriate, by the way.
What went through my mind is that he actually talked about on the air, or maybe he had bed bugs and doesn't anymore, and people were warning me not to sit in the chair that he sits in. Or people just assume, looking at him, that he must have bed bugs.
I would call that a pretty serious allegation, I would say, I mean, that's kind of like something you kind of don't come back from to an extent. Like, what you find out somebody's got bed bugs or lice, that's hard to look past. Not, it's not a double homicide or anything, but,
They must just look at him and make the assumption that that's a guy who looks like he might have bed bugs. All right, so then he's texted me over the weekend saying, no, I did not have to bomb the house for bed bugs. Okay. I said, I got a couple dogs I could send in there and sniff them out for you. Then we'll really find out. All right, my man, we may be heading towards the Ohio State-Notre Dame sequel in the playoff if we get there.
I don't need that, Rothman.
You don't?
Need that.
I figured all you Golden Domers were like, yeah, I'd love another shot at him.
I mean, look, you can't beat them unless you play them. And if we get there, then we get there. And, depending on how the bracket stacks up, I'm not going to complain about another crack at a semifinal or in the national championship game, obviously. But listen, man, we live by the Freeman motto, one game, one life. So we just got to beat Syracuse Saturday.
Listen, after the first two games of this season, I would think you would have been signing up for this all day long. If somebody told you at 0-2 you're going to be playing Ohio State in a playoff game, you would have said, sign me up.
100%, yeah, especially the way the defense looked there the first couple of weeks. So.
All right, my man. Thanks for the call, bud. Good stuff.
You boys. Have a good one.
Mary J. Blige.
Shout out to Mary J.
You think he can find it? You think TLC?
I'm not going to put anything past
I'm actually
TLC.
looking up the schedule right now. October 2nd was a Saturday, 2021. Ohio State was on the road, which means Colin Behringer was probably in Piscataway, New Jersey, watching Ohio State.
Before you do this,
kick the crap out of Rutgers.
Before you look this up,
I promise you I can find it.
Have you made any contact with Jim Lachey? Because he's supposed to be next.
And he will.
All right, beautiful. We'll talk Buckeye football with the All-American in 2 minutes. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Hey, Bobby Carpenter here. After retiring from professional football, I never expected that me, Bobby, I'd have low testosterone. So I went to my friends over at Affinity. I got my labs done, and now I've been on a testosterone replacement plan with Affinity for 8+ years. Best of all, they've supplemented it with peptides and lots of other great products. Learn why me and thousands of men trust the experts at Affinity to feel their best. Get more energy, better workouts, feel like yourself again. And do not waste another day. Get started at feelgreatcolumbus.com today.
Firehouse Subs, piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and bold flavors, served hot on a freshly toasted roll. A portion of every purchase can help provide life-saving equipment for first responders. Planning a tailgate or game day spread? Firehouse Subs Catering makes it easy to feed the whole crew. Download the Firehouse Subs app to earn rewards and get up to $10 off your first online order. New account required at participating U.S. restaurants. Offer valid 1 week after account registration. Additional terms apply.
I'm back to doing what I love and more. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Do you want to walk, play pickleball, and enjoy other fun activities to stay healthy, but you can't because of bad feet? Hi, this is Mike, and the Good Feet store wants to help.
I just had difficulty walking. I tried them on in the store, and my foot felt so much better.
Do you keep buying new shoes and inserts with little or no relief?
I tried all kinds of shoes. It was the arch supports that made the difference from the Good Feet store.
Don't let bad feet, knees, or back problems get in the way of staying healthy and having fun.
Thanks to the Good Feet store, I bowl in 3 nights a week.
Get back to doing what you love. At the Good Feet store, we'll personally fit you at high-quality arch supports to maximize your comfort. Stop in the Good Feet store or book your free fitting at goodfeet.com. Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road at Grove City.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
True to his name, Matty Ice wears a winter coat in the middle of summer. He lives the gimmick, man. You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
All right, welcome back in. Number 1 Buckeyes hammer UCLA as predicted, 48-10. Got a shutout brewing until UCLA had a slant and then another crosser, and there goes the donut. But 48-10, you win going away. Our guy Jim Lachey is with us now on the Bryant Heating Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. Jimmy, it's the week before the week. I don't know if I've ever asked you this, and you can tell me whether I'm correct or not. Why did you guys always seem to play Northwestern the week before Michigan? Was that happenstance?
It just seemed the way that was scheduled year in and year out. And, I can remember Northwestern was, wasn't very good back then. And, they've gotten better over the years. But Earl Bruce would always say, okay, I'm going to take a calculated risk, and I'm like, what is this guy talking about here? And we would take the Tuesday practice and basically practice Michigan, and I'm like, okay, here we go. And we would, go over what Michigan had to do and what they'd like to do and, run some plays against it and then come back for the Wednesday practice and get on to Northwestern. So we didn't give them our total focus that week, but they got the latter part of the week focus, and it seemed to work. We were 3-1 against a team up north. Should have beat them my junior year. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, right? And came up short. But that was the case all the time before. It seemed like when I was at Ohio State that we had Northwestern before the big game.
Yeah, it seemed like every single time. Now, last year, they had Indiana, and they had a top 5 Indiana team. So we've seen this play out both ways, where they've had an well-overmatched opponent to kind of try to just get through the game and keep everybody healthy. And then last year they didn't, and then it didn't turn out great, even though they won a big game. So I don't know whether what recipe is the best. How do you think Ryan will approach this week specifically?
Well, I think number one, get everybody healthy, right? I mean, we've had some injuries, especially when you look at the wide receiver with Carnell Tate being out now 2 games in a row. Jeremiah Smith playing basically the first part of the second quarter before he didn't come back in, and made that wonderful one-handed catch, and then everybody's talking about him, limping off the field there in the second half, and concerned and worried. And all I can say is that there's guys that are going to find a way to play in the final game of the regular season. You're going to have to, you'd have to have a limb torn off if you're not going to play in this game. It's kind of what it's all about. And now again, guys got agents and NIL and all that type of thing, so it's a little bit different era. But back in the day, you were going to do whatever you could to play that final regular season game. because you didn't have anything else. You had the bowl game, and that was it. So you knew you were going to have, at that time, 5-6 weeks to rest before your final game of the year. So they got to be smart about it. Obviously this week in practice and, the Rutgers game, be sharp, be smart, and then, put it all out there, that final game of the regular season.
Jim, what did you think about some of the things you saw up front offensively? It looked to me that the offensive line had themselves a pretty good day. The running backs collectively looked the part, but from overall kind of that eye in the sky view you have with Paul calling the games, your thoughts on the rushing attack on Saturday?
Well, certainly Bo Jackson was able to step up, make some big plays, had a long run of 32 in that game. Isaiah West, broke one off for 38. And then, James Peoples, when he got his opportunity, had to highlight there with a hurdle over Cole Martin, the UCLA safety, and stayed in bounds to get in the end zone for a 19-yard touchdown. So there were some holes there. I thought the guys did a good job, run blocking. And as Coach Day said, that's everybody. That's your offensive line's got to get them to the linebacker level, and your receivers got to block downfield. Your tight ends got to do their job. And I thought for the most part they did. When you look at Bo and James and Isaiah, they all averaged, 7 yards per carry, and that's going to get a lot of first downs if you can average 7 yards per carry. So we got some, last year we had the veteran running back room. Now we got, 2 freshmen and a sophomore. C.J. Donaldson certainly is very dependable, especially in the red zone, on 3rd and shorts, 4th and shorts, pick up those first downs. We've seen that through the course of his career. And, he's got 39 rushing touchdowns in his career, so he's got a nose for the end zone. So you want to make sure that, he's healthy and good to go. But very satisfied with the way they played. We saw a lot of Gabe Van Sickle in there at right guard for Tegra Shabola. And, I thought Gabe did some nice things out there, blocking, sustaining his blocks, getting to that second level. And, building depth on that offensive line, which you're obviously going to need as you go through this postseason. Last week, you saw Ian Moore, play against Purdue and did a good job. And, he came in for a couple plays when Phillip Daniels lost his helmet. I think that's the second time this year that his helmet went off, and, Ian had to come in and get some snaps. And then in the fourth quarter, got, a lot of the reserves in and an opportunity to go out there and play. So overall, offensively, it was good. Passing the football, I think we're all in shock when Julian had 3 incomplete passes in a row. We're like, whoa, we haven't seen that all year long. And that's, just goes to the, kind of to the point that how well he's been playing all year long, 80% plus, on his completions, throwing the ball all over the field. Started great. It was, I think, 10 for 10 at one point in that game. Ended up at 74% for, $180 yard-wise in a TD. So not the typical passing attack that we've seen, but they did what they had to do offensively. And, UCLA, give them credit. With, Nico being out, they had to go to Luke Duncan. And Duncan, at first half, they only had 50 yards and had a bunch of punts in the first half. And in the second half, they were able to get some big plays. Now, again, Ohio State substituted some guys at defense and gave them some opportunities there. And, that shutout was taken off the board when they got that touchdown. But overall, if you held them to 10 points, that's good. You win by 38. It's a great night for Ohio State. So, Ryan Day, now 80 career victories, only 10 losses. That's been impressive. Another 10-win season for Ohio State. You take out the COVID year, that's 13 in a row. So Paul and I have been very fortunate to call a lot of winning football here around Ohio State, and it's another year like that. But there's still a lot of work in front of them, right? Because their goals that they want are not to go 10-0. It's to beat the team up north, to win the Big Ten championship, and then win a national championship. And that's the standard that's been set. Here, and then, you go back to, Woody and Earl and Coach Coop and Coach Tressel and Urban and now with Ryan Day, they set that standard. So a lot to play for yet. And overall, I think we're in a good position to compete for that again.
Jim, you mentioned earlier, back in your time and the practicing for Michigan and just the whole feel about that. Is there a way that Ryan lets that into practice this week a little bit, or does he stay completely away from it? Doesn't even mention them at all, or any even strategy towards it? Or is it more just game situational? If they blow Rutgers out at the half, then he can allow himself to think about preparing for the next week.
Yeah, I think you focus on Rutgers and taking care of business. That's what you have to do. And I think again it was a little bit different era football when I played that allowed you to maybe look ahead a little bit. Again, that was with playing a Northwestern team that might have been 0-9 or 0-10 at that time. When we played them, so it was kind of a different thing. Rutgers has some dudes they can run the football. Raymond at running back went for 240 last game out. Kaliak-Manis, the quarterback, is a veteran. They got some receivers that can step up and make some plays. So you got to take care of your business and not look ahead. And they'll have Sunday to start to turn into focus towards Michigan.
Yep. All right, my man. Well done. Thanks for your time as always. Have a great rest of the week. We'll see you soon.
Sounds great, guys.
Thanks. Jim Lachey with us, former All-American. It was just every year he seemed to play. They played Northwestern before Michigan.
Pretty wild.
It was just the way it happened.
Speaking of Michigan, I did see this coming out of their neck of the woods here. Sharon Moore has confirmed that the expectation is that Justice Haynes will be out for the regular season. So Tony Garcia from the Detroit Free Press, is reporting that their stud running back, who's been out for the last couple of weeks, the expectation up there, AR, is that he's going to be out for the regular season.
Just another piece of the puzzle that feels like it's leaning Ohio State's way, but
felt that way last year.
Felt that way for a few years.
I'm not sure who this is. Mary J. Blidge.
Mary J.
You found it?
I'm not sure who this is. Mary J. Blidge.
So it wasn't Blidge.
It was Blidge.
It was Blidge. Three years ago. The fact we all remember it.
Good stuff out of
4 years ago.
Yeah.
4 years ago.
Good stuff out of TLC. But yeah, that real quick, just Haynes, 10 touchdowns for them this year. He was a baller. He doesn't look like the old Buckeyes will be facing him.
Might have to hear that again. We come back, Party Like a Roth Star on deck. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
I'm not sure who this is. Mary J. Blidge.
Monday starts up a pretty big week. Gobble, gobble, and all that crap. Let's focus on what really matters. Rivalry Week.
Sponsored by your Central Ohio Toyota dealers.
The Fan.
This time of year, it's all or nothing. And Toyota's got all you need during Toyota Truck Month. Now through December 1st, get 2.99 APR financing on remaining new 25 Tacomas. Excludes TRD Pro and Trail Hunter. Or lease a well-equipped 25 Tacoma SR5 for $259 a month for 39 months with $39.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast-track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Would you enjoy watching a football game if the officials were paid a bonus for every flag they threw? Or a basketball game where the refs got paid for every foul they called? Okay, how about hiring a furnace and AC company that pays its technicians by the number of parts they can sell you? Hi, this is Dennis, president of Care Heating and Cooling, and today, this is how many companies operate. They call it performance pay, and it rewards technicians by paying them more for billing you more. Why is this bad? Because it abuses your trust in a technician to be treated fairly and honestly. At Care, we've been family-owned for 31 years and have always paid our technicians by the hour for repairs. We'll show you exactly what needs to be fixed and why, and give you our low upfront cost before we start. And unlike other companies, our technicians will never be rewarded for throwing more flags. Our Central Ohio-based staff is here for you 7 days a week. Care Heating and Cooling. Book an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com or call us at 1-800-COOLING. When you need a company you can trust.
Hey folks, it's Austin Ward, and Thanksgiving is approaching quick. Still plenty of time to get your Awaken 180 consultation on the calendar to receive your $500 off. It's a thank you from Awaken 180. No, you don't need to start the program right before Turkey Day. Simply have your consultation now and be ready to start the Monday after. 4 weeks before the new year, and with results like mine, you could be down 27 pounds on your way to dropping 50. Fast results, and now with $500 off. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle.
Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. When you bet on the team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score. Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up. You get early payout on parlays, too.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply.
Rick Germain called me the other day and said, Mikey, we need you back at Germain Nissan. The dealership misses you, and people are forgetting how awesome Nissans are. I'm a dude that's owned pretty much every Nissan under the sun, and I'm excited to go back in and get my hands dirty. You have to be crazy not to consider a Nissan from Germain Nissan. J.D. Power ranked Nissan #1 in customer satisfaction among mainstream brands. Plus, with Germain's $1,000 price promise, no one will sell you a Nissan for less. Germain Nissan, 4300 Morse Road, GermainNissan.com.
Give the gift everyone wants. Fun in your own game room. Billiards Plus has gifts for everyone. Pool tables, shuffleboard tables, card tables, grills, and more. With professional delivery and installation, you'll beat the last-minute scramble. Reserve yours now. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Tailgates are better when your ride's rocking. Columbus Car Audio and Accessories upgrades your sound, tints your ride, and adds the extras to make your ride the ultimate game day machine.
The following radio theater is brought to you by Columbus Men's Clinic.
Hey, Dad, you want to play football?
No, buddy.
All right.
Pops, want to work out?
Maybe
later.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tomorrow?
You've got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you have symptoms of ED and low T, your family, friends, and even your career has already been affected. Book your discreet evaluation at Columbus Men's Clinic and turn your tomorrows into
today.
Yes! Touchdown!
Come on, one more, Dad.
Today!
Push, Dad. One more. Come on, push.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tonight.
Call 614-300-7400 or book now in under 30 seconds at columbusmensclinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic, for every man in every season of life.
Forrest Gump says he and Jenny went together like peas and carrots.
I gotta pay.
Well, the Buckeyes are the #1 team in the country, and the Fan is the #1 sports station in the country. Peas and carrots, baby. Your home of the Buckeyes, the Fan. All your favorite Fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Let's all gather into the Kiki. It's time to party like a Roth star.
Oh, so many, man. I mean, there's been so much. Honorable mention right out of the gate. Did you guys see Jacoby Brissett's line?
The history he made?
Like,
unbelievable.
He's going to be the guy?
Yeah.
Like, they're going to say forever?
Yeah.
Most completions in a pro football game? Like, he's going to be the guy?
It was, 46?
47, I think.
47 completions in a game. Unbelievable.
In a loss.
Trivia night will have Jacoby Brissett's name attached to it.
You completed 47 passes in a game. How much did you beat him by? We lost by 19.
Had a couple interceptions in the game. Threw for 452.
Yeah.
And you guys
49, actually. 2 to the other team.
Yes, but 47. That's doing some work right
47 to 57 for 452, 2 scores, and they lost by 19.
Unreal.
In an NFL game in this era, you pass for 452 and the other guy passes for 200, you usually win. Like, that's crazy. But anyway, he's the trivia. He's now the answer.
Mm-hmm.
I'll stay with quarterbacks. Josh Allen, I thought, coming off perhaps his worst game of the season. No Keon Coleman. No Dalton Kincaid. This guy put his team on his back again. 317, forget about that.
And your fantasy team.
3 touchdowns passing. I'll get to that. 3 touchdowns passing, 40 yards rushing, and 3 more rushing touchdowns. So 6 total.
Yeah.
Nearly 48 points in fantasy. And let the MVP votes pour in once again. You can't have that game without Coleman and Kincaid and feel like he didn't put that team on his back in a big game against a good opponent at home, a game they absolutely needed.
Yeah.
So, Josh Allen, welcome back in. Come on in. The water's fine.
So you mentioned Jacoby Brissett and him throwing for 452 yards in a game. I got a quarterback for you that threw for 448 and actually won the game. and it's TLC's guy, not Aaron Rodgers, his other guy, Bryce Young, and the Carolina Panthers. Because every time I think the Carolina Panthers are done, they find a way to win a game that pulls me back in and thinking this may be a little wild card team. They're not going to make any noise in the playoffs, in my opinion. But the fact that they're 6-5 right now, right behind the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the NFC South, is impressive to me. Bryce Young's stat line in an overtime win on the road against a division rival yesterday, 45 attempts, completed 31 of those, 448, 3 touchdowns on the day. He averaged 10 yards per pass. So big-time plays being made in the game. The Panthers are hanging around. And if you're a Panthers fan, I think this is really all you could ask for, because it was looking real dicey the last couple of years. And so they're not completely dead yet. So I just wanted to give the Panthers some love, picking up a nice division dub yesterday on the road. Bryce Young partying like a rock star.
One game back.
Do you believe that we actually have some Panther fans that would be living here in Central Ohio?
No.
Not even one?
No.
I bet you there's one out there.
I mean, what?
The Panthers?
Unless they, I
will say this, though, to TLC's point,
around.
I've been surprised at the amount of bars that are in Columbus that are just random. Hey, this is a Vikings bar.
That's
this
right.
is a Bears. So there probably is
Panthers
a Panther fan or two that maybe moved in from here, whatever. So, I'm going to back off.
You know what?
Mine. There's probably one.
If there's a Panthers bar around here,
you'll be there.
I'll see you on a Sunday here sometime this month. I'll stop by.
All right, I'm going to come back to the same game that I had before. Undrafted running back, undrafted out of Syracuse a couple of years ago, where he was an absolute record setter. First player in program history to rush for more than 1,000 yards in 8 games or less. Most 100-yard games in a season, most consecutive 100-yard games. Broke records by Joe Morris and way back in the day, Larry Zonka. Signed with Tampa. Who is Sean Tucker and what are you doing? Scoring 3 touchdowns against the Bills. Amazing. 106. Let me go to his stat line in this game. Make sure I got the stats right. Did you see this guy? Did you watch that game, Maddie, at all? Were you interested in the...
I was,
red zone.
I
wasn't here.
I had a lot of fantasy guys playing in that game, so I was definitely interested.
19-106, 3 touchdowns. Sean Tucker, Tampa Bay Buccaneers in a loss.
That Bills run defense, not good. Not good all year long. People
Everybody's
getting after
got
him.
flaws.
Yeah, no doubt. Second candidate for me. I'm going with the Chicago Bears. I'm sorry, AR. I got to do it. I know your team lost to them yesterday. Tough game. But here the Bears are. Now winners of 3 in a row. The Detroit Lions dropped that game yesterday to Philadelphia. And so the Bears wake up this morning in first place in the NFC North. I thought this was a year away. I got to be honest. I didn't see this coming for them this year. They're handling business at home. They're 3-1. They're 4-2 on the road this season, which I like, especially when you're talking about a lot of the changes that had to come their way with a new head coach and some new playmakers as well for Caleb Williams. And so they have figured this thing out. Not only is it winners of their last 3, but they have won 5 of their last 6. So the Chicago Bears are alive right now, and they are making some noise. So I'm going to give them some love and put them in the Party Like a Raw Star segment this week. Dub Bears.
All right, I'm going to slam my own team. The Bears haven't beaten anybody. They're fine. They're fine. They haven't beaten anybody. It's pro football. I know a win is a win, but they're not all created equally. But that's fine. You want to beat the Giants and Cincinnati and the Saints and
take them all
my
day
Vikes and Vegas and Dallas and all right.
We'll take them.
That's fine. No, I know. But they got me. I slammed my own team in the process for sure. Let me go to the ice. Second round pick, 39th overall back in the 2017 NHL draft. Dallas Stars Jason Robertson. He's got 6 goals, Maddie, in the last 3 games. Got a Hattie on Saturday night against the Flyers. 6th career Hattie. Had 1 in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Saturday was a natural. And he rang it up in less than 18 minutes of game time. He's one of the hottest scorers in the league right now. Jason Robertson, 26 years old. Now, he is a volume shooter. He believes in putting pucks on the net, and a lot of them are getting through. So, Jason Robertson, you are partying like a Roth Star. When you net 6 in 3 games, you get in. Okay. And he is strong, and they are strong.
I like it. Last candidate for me. The time is now. The time is now for Triple H and WWE, because tonight in the most famous arena in the world, Madison Square Garden. This will be John Cena's last Monday Night Raw of all time. Have no idea who the man is wrestling tonight. We got a surprise opponent. So this has to be as sharp as a tack tonight, this show, because we will never see John Cena on Monday Night Raw again, which makes me sad. And so I'm putting it on the creators of the show tonight. This has to be a home run because we only have a couple performances left from the great John Cena. So Triple H WWE, you got to bring it tonight in the Garden for John Cena's last Monday Night Raw.
All right. It's got to be Raw. 821-9710 is the phone number for TLC. The floor is yours. Rant away. Next, Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
Catch T-Bone and Tyvus weekday mornings from 6 to 9. If you're not completely satisfied, we'll rewind time and erase your brain. For real, the Fan.
Dormar, you're planet hero. When your furnace or air conditioner is broke, we come out that same day. Dormar, home the Tin Man.
Firehouse Subs, piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and bold flavors, served hot on a freshly toasted roll. A portion of every purchase can help provide life-saving equipment for first responders. Planning a tailgate or game day spread? Firehouse Subs Catering makes it easy to feed the whole crew. Download the Firehouse Subs app to earn rewards and get up to $10 off your first online order. New account required at participating U.S. restaurants. Offer valid 1 week after account registration. Additional terms apply.
Does your vehicle need maintenance, but you don't have time? Krieger Ford's got you covered. Enjoy our convenient pickup and delivery service, or we come to you with our mobile service van. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Schedule your appointment today only at KriegerFord.com.
Is there anything better than a college football Saturday? Not if you're at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Join the Fan for watch parties for the games this season. Oh, you got to check out the display case of amazing autographed prizes you can win. It's beautiful. 2 massive TV walls to watch the national champs. Watch and place wagers with over 30 kiosks, contests, prizes, and live shows. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey Columbus, it's Lorenzo Styles Jr., Ohio State student athlete. It's football season, and just like on the field, success starts with the right game plan and the right team. That's why I'm proud to team up with Monogram Homes. They're the true custom home builder, bringing precision, creativity, and attention to every detail, just like we do on Saturdays. If you're ready to build, don't settle for standard. Go custom. Go Monogram. Visit monogramhomes.net to start building today. Monogram Homes, a builder you can trust.
Before you buy a diamond, visit Diamond Seller, because not all jewelers are created equal. Hi, it's Alex Johnson from the Diamond Seller. For over 78 years, we've set the standard for craftsmanship, service, and value. Our in-house jewelers and gemologists work together to ensure every diamond is as brilliant as the person you love. All backed by our guaranteed best price. We don't just sell rings, we build relationships that last generations. So this holiday, before you say yes, make sure it's with the jeweler that's been trusted for over 7 decades. Visit Diamond Seller today.
At Bank of America, we asked our teammates, what makes this company a great place to work?
There's very little that you can't accomplish working for Bank of America.
If you prove yourself, you can try over in a totally new way.
You can learn so much here. You're the owner of your career.
See how our teammates are growing in their careers at bankofamerica.com/great place to work. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Hi, I'm Maria, salon owner. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Dormar, you're planet hero.
Hey y'all, it's the Rocket Roger Clemens here. Spent a lot of time pitching heat,
Years later, the pain in my joints remind me of those days, but I'm not looking to sit still, and I definitely am not interested in going under the knife. That's why I chose QC Kinetics.
Not just for elite retired athletes. QC Kinetics gives everyday folks joint pain relief using regenerative treatments that work with your body to help repair joint damage.
No surgery, no long recovery, whether it's your knees, hips, shoulders, or back. My friends at QC Kinetics will help you get moving again so you can get back to doing the things you love.
QC Kinetics medical professionals will look at your x-rays or MRI to determine if you're a good candidate.
I trusted QC Kinetics to help me feel like myself again, and I'm proud to recommend them to you.
Call QC Kinetics today and schedule your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast-track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon, I'm Tyler Danberg. Number 1 Ohio State topped the UCLA 48-10 Saturday. Cornerback Lorenzo Styles Jr. returned a kick for a 100-yard touchdown, the first by a Buckeye since Jordan Hall in 2010. Styles on when he thought he could score.
When I touched the ball, I told myself if I catch this ball, I'm taking it to the house. So I knew when I was going to touch the ball. I talked to my teammates about it. They believed in it too, so that's made it even easier.
Styles and the Buckeyes host Rutgers Saturday at noon. Today, Buckeye wideouts Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate were named Biletnikoff Award semifinalists. Tate has missed the last 2 games while Smith left Saturday's game early with what head coach Ryan Day called a nagging issue. College hoops, Ohio State men's basketball enters the top 25, ranked 23 after Sunday's 64-63 win over Notre Dame. This update sponsored by the Waterworks and Header Plumbing, Drain, Heating, and Cooling, together to serve you better. Scheduled today at thewaterworks.com. Up next on Rothman and Ice, the floor is yours right here on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Anthony's tennis shorts were so tight, they had to pixelate his crotch. You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
Hour number 2. Adam King, 10 TV, will join us at 1:30. The floor is yours. The number is 821-9710. If you just joined us, we went back to, I don't know, about 4 years ago when Bodie was filming and producing, and the halftime show of the Super Bowl was announced, and he was going through the names like Snoop Dogg and Eminem, and he got to one that said this.
I'm not sure who this is. Mary J. Blidge.
So over the years, I've recreated this in my head, Maddie. I added some flair to it. I guess the whole Mary J. Blige was probably something that I created.
Sounded better in your head, huh?
Well, after it, I thought, well, how many different stupid ways could you get that name, right? Yeah. I got to give Bode some credit now. He got a lot closer than I thought. I had in my head that it was Blige over the years, but instead of Blige to go with Blidge.
Wasn't too bad. Wasn't that bad of a party foul, now that we've hopped back in the hot tub time machine and heard that. I like Blige too, though.
24-second shot clock will be firing out. So this is the deal. You get to call up. You get to talk to TLC. That's a bargain at any price. And then he'll put you on the air, and you can rant for 24 seconds or say whatever you'd like. Why don't you just tell us what you'd like to say? All right, who you got first lined up?
Let's go to New Albany and talk to Sean.
Sean, the floor is yours, bud.
Cole, Maddie, AR, thanks for taking my call. Appreciate it. AR, real quick. Me and you go way back, man. You don't even know it. Rapallo's at the Continent when Tyson bit Holyfield's ear. We were in the same building that night. Anyway, so that just shows how long, I've been around here in Columbus. I'm not worried about the Michigan game this year, guys.
That's the 24-second shot clock getting my boy Sean.
I feel bad.
I feel awful.
Started off with some great pleasantries, and it's a great story, but I really wanted to hear from him as a Buckeye fan about that Michigan game that's lurking in the weeds.
You could give him, you could gift him a few more seconds, couldn't you? TLC?
Sure, but if I did the same for Dan in Dublin, you would have thrown a fib, but here you go.
I'm not worried about the Michigan game.
Oh, wait, he's still. Okay, he's hearing us on delay. All right, turn your radio down, Sean, and then we'll let you get a few more seconds.
Started off with some great pleasantries.
All right.
Hey, not my
Keep
fault.
Sean and get a hold of him because I would love to hear from a Buckeye fan right now about the Michigan game. Now that that's a couple weeks away.
Some kind of celebrity that AR is that the whole Holyfield-Tyson fight is now. I was in the same building as Anthony Rothman that day.
Big deal. I love that you picked that up. I like that. Hey, man, you get to hang out with AR. You're in the same building as AR.
I liked how he picked it up, but it sounded like it was a negative coming out of his mouth. You know what? I'll tell you what. Back in the day, do you guys know where the continent was?
Yes, I remember hearing that.
Yes. All right. So
I remember that.
Yeah, up north.
Yep.
And we used to go there for all the pay-per-view fights. These are the big heavyweight boxing, all of it. We'd go up there and we hang out at Rapallo's and have something to eat, and we'd have watch parties there. It was the greatest. Oh, it was so good. I mean, I don't care whether it was Oliver the Bull McCall or Trevor Burbick, whoever was fighting, we were there. Mm-hmm. It was outstanding, Sean, so I appreciate that, bud. All right, who you got next?
Let's talk to classic Danny in Delaware.
Dan in Delaware. Your dime, your dance floor.
Wellness check, guys. I'm here, and I'm all right. Don't nobody worry about me. Once again, the Browns, they suck. Myles Garrett, Hall of Fame performance. He will break the single-season sack record this year. The Ravens, they may be onto something. Mark Andrews, he cannot catch the game-winning catch, but he sure as hell can run the ball there. So good props to you, the Ravens. And Shedeur Sanders, the experiment, it's okay. I think they need to bring in Deshaun Watson. He's the closest thing to a happy ending for the Cleveland Browns.
Okay.
Strong end to that call.
Very strong to quite strong. Where is Mr. Garrett right now on how many sacks this year?
He has 15 right now, first in the league. Right behind him is Brian Burns for the New York Giants.
So he needs
13.
So I think he would need. Wait, who's the leader?
Garrett is. I was mentioning Brian Burns is right behind him with 13. Garrett's got 15.
So Garrett needs 8. Or we bring in Mark Gastineau to do something. Remember when Gastineau went to Favre? Do you remember seeing that during the documentary where he's upset that Favre laid down for Strahan?
Which documentary are you talking about?
I don't know. It was a documentary.
It was the New York
it was 30 for 30. Where Gastineau went up to Favre at some card show or something and just wanted to fight him for laying down in front of Strahan. Yeah. All right, who's up next? Look at him working.
You guys are really making me do two things.
Sorry, I know you got a lot of pots on the stove over there.
That's okay. I'm talking to Phil right now, but we'll get Vaughn in Columbus on the air so you guys can talk to him while I talk to Phil.
Vaughn. Great name, bud. The floor is yours.
Hey, guys. How we doing?
Great. Thank you.
Okay, I just wanted to talk real quick about conservative play calling. I've called in before. I'm a Buccaneers fan. It sucks that we have this first-place schedule, but as it is, as a division champion, we might go to 6-5. We might lose to the Rams. You know who better not call conservative play calling? The Ohio State Buckeyes. There is no excuse to lose another game. Do not lose to Michigan or we will riot. That's it.
Mm-hmm. It stuck with people. Last year's game and just how it looked and felt. I think, no matter which player you're rooting for, which team you're rooting for, if you see that your guys aren't going down, doing what they do best, that's really frustrating, right? Like if your guy goes down and he played all the cards that he played, or the coach called all the plays that you see him normally call that cater to the strengths of that team that year, last year's game has really stuck with people, and I get that because they felt like, man, we weren't even really going to what we do best. And so I can understand how that's haunted some people going into the game here in a couple weeks.
I hate reliving it now, and I really don't need to, but this narrative has bothered me for a year. Yes, it was ultra conservative, and he needs to take heat for that. His kicker let him down for sure. Fielding missed 2.
Will had a bad interception.
They could have easily won that game 13-10 as well as lost it. I'm not taking him off the hook. I didn't then. I won't now. But I'll die on this hill that it's not that he was trying to prove a point or there was an ego to it. He has been told, and he knows for 2 decades or more, the team that wins the rushing battle wins that game. And he got it in his head, and it's all about physicality and up front and winning in the trenches. And yes, did they run into the brick wall 8 times too many? Of course they did. But that should not happen again. I can't imagine it would. But I've said that a couple years in a row. All right, who's on deck?
Let's go to Mike, also in Columbus.
Mike, welcome, buddy. The floor is yours.
Thank you, guys. How you doing, AR?
Outstanding.
I need your help here on this one. So I never bet that much. I never gamble that much. And I won a daily lineup and for $1, and I got second place and won $500. So I should be happy and thankful. But I was 1 point away from not winning $2,000. How do I handle this?
Wait a minute. How do you handle... All right, stay on here for a second.
The feeling.
Oh, the feeling of it. Oh, was it just a bad... How do you handle a bad beat?
Yeah, I mean, I should be happy I won $500, but I should have won $2,000 if I got one more point.
You never go broke taking a profit. You'll never go broke in your life taking a profit. That's it. That's what I will tell you. Live to fight another day. Capital's the name of the game. If you don't have any, you can't be in the big weeds with the big dogs. So capital's king. You won something, move on to the next one. Take the W and enjoy it. I've always said you've earned the right to hedge. You've earned that right. Thought we'd maybe bring in a couch here. I'd lay him down for a second. What's going on?
Nothing. What we got next?
Oh, Phil and Grove City's up next. That's what's going on.
I don't know. Matty was leaned back. You were not talking. I didn't know what was going on. Phil.
Hey, what's going on, fellas? Hey, Anthony, I got one for you here, buddy. I put a preseason future on Stafford winning league MVP. $10 paid out $284. I'm sitting at $100 cash out right now. At what point in time should I start looking at cashing that out? And also a update on Little Lou. She made a complete and total full bounce back, and she's back to normal again, buddy. I appreciate everything you did.
Well done. That's awesome, Phil. That's great. So did I hear him right, Matt? He's got an MVP on Stafford. Big cash out on Stafford. Yeah. You got to eyeball those schedules pretty fast. That's what I would be doing. And I would probably be hedging on, well, there is no hedge on May right now. There's no value. I think you got to ride this out a little bit. If anything, maybe sprinkle a little bit on Johnny Taylor, potentially.
For MVP?
Josh Allen came back into the mix.
So over right now at Bet365, I don't know if he mentioned what sportsbook he's using. Stafford is the favorite at plus 140 at the moment. Drake May's right behind him at plus 175. You mentioned Jonathan Taylor. He's fourth in line at plus 650. I think the Stafford bet's pretty good.
Stafford bet is really good. Yeah. The narrative on Drake May, though, if they win the division and he does what he's like, I would be a little scared of that, but there's no value there. I think he's got to sit tight. You got to sit tight right now on the Stafford ticket. You got there's plenty of games left. Maybe find some value somewhere else, but there's not a lot of places to go right now because you're not going to do it on Mahomes and you're not going to do it maybe Allen at 450, but I think they want some new blood in this thing. I think it's May, Stafford, and Taylor. Try to cover yourself on those three the best you can.
Yep.
You want to filter one more in there?
Let's do it.
Travis is in Adrian, Michigan.
Travis, the floor is yours, bud.
Hey, I'd like to start off by thanking the radio station for keeping me sane up here in Michigan. Listened to you guys for like 30 years since Hooley and Spielman, but we have to beat Michigan this year. Even though we got that national title was great, it is rough up here listening to all their little comments about still beating us even though we won the title. So it gets a little rough up here with that. So
everybody's hit the wall. Every Buckeye fan has hit it. The national title calmed it down, as it should. You were the last team standing. But you're going for a repeat. You're number one again. Like, it'd be one thing, Matty, if the team totally had to reload and it was just different. It was a different vibe and they were barely top 25 or there's just a big turnover. But I understand exactly what he's thinking this year. That's got to be a speed bump on the way to trying to win another one. For sure. All right, we're coming back. Shedeur time. Don't spring ahead just yet. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Are you fired up? Is it Monday? It must be Reaction Monday.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Hey, it's Anthony. It's Black Friday savings all month long at Germain Honda of Dublin. Get behind the wheel of a 26 Honda Passport RTL all-wheel drive with 3.99% APR for up to 36 months. Or you can drive the stylish 25 Honda Accord LX with an incredible 2.99% APR for up to 36 months. Germain Honda of Dublin, Sawmill Road, just south of 270, or shop online at GermainHondaofDublin.com.
Hey guys, it's Timmy Hall from my friends at Orthopedic One, Central Ohio's most trusted orthopedic practice. 2 years ago, I was actually experiencing hip pain for the first time in my life, and I knew I needed the best. So I chose Orthopedic One for my physical therapy needs. And in a matter of weeks, I was rotating that golf swing better than before, and I was the longest hitter in my group again. So be like me and trust Orthopedic One and stay at the top of your game. Several convenient locations across Central Ohio. To find a physician or location near you, just go to orthopedic1.com.
Getting the cold shoulder? Call Care Heating and Cooling and we'll fix your furnace fast. Call 1-800-COOLING.
I was in foot pain for 20 years, trying to give it relief, buying all these different insoles. Drugstore insoles, custom insoles. I spent thousands of dollars. I bought all these products and not a single one worked. I really, truly needed to have relief in my feet. And the Good Feet arch supports were what gave me the relief I needed.
For over 20 years, we've been helping people like Teresa actually live the life they love without their feet getting in the way.
They wanted to make sure that I got something that my feet felt good in, not somebody else's feet. I love the fact that I can wear these arch supports in all my shoes. I have boots, I have cowboy boots, I have running shoes, I have walking shoes, I have flat shoes, I have heels. It makes me so happy. If you ask my husband, he will crack up because there is no store I would rather go in than a shoe store. I'm Teresa, and that's my Good Feet story.
See what we can do for you with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road at Grove City.
At Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings are so good.
Right now, save on new Santa Fe and Tucson's with 0% financing and make no payments for 90 days. 0%. Go now, Columbus or Dublin or glakeshyundai.com with approved credit in 12-1.
Common Man and Bob Capace here for Worthington Jewelers. Bob, why should people trust you for their holiday shopping this year?
Family owned and operated for 25 years. We're known for helping guys make great decisions. Unlike me hiring you, Common Man.
You know, I was thinking, I've been a good, clean boy this year. You got anything for me over there?
How about a nice anklet?
Sold. Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington. WorthingtonJewelers.com, where Columbus gets engaged.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy houses as is fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000. 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, rental portfolios. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Call TurboTrack Realty today for an all-cash offer and speak with one of our friendly staff members at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
The Fan has a new tailgate destination. Join us before every home game at the O Patio and Bob on Lane.
Sponsored by your Central Ohio Ford dealers, Jameson Whiskey and Coors Light.
See you Saturday, friends. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We will have a sunny day ahead, but don't let that fool you. Afternoon temperatures getting into the upper 40s only, and then for tonight, lows right around the freezing mark, which will start off with rain going into daybreak on Tuesday, but could be mixing in with some snow toward the morning commute, but little to no accumulation is expected. Turning over to all rain as we head into Tuesday afternoon as highs climb in the mid to low 40s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman and Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
There's nothing like ripping off your pants and enjoying some lobster bisque. This is Rothman and Ice.
All right, Brownies, what are we going to do?
Get ready for the draft.
Gabriel gets concussed.
That's what you do. You praise Myles Garrett first. I think that's where you start. Before you get to the bad stuff, you get to the greatness of this dude and how he just week in and week out has the ability to wreck games. And a quarterback as elusive as Lamar Jackson cannot get away from this man. And so you had the 5-sack game against New England a few weeks ago, and then you had this performance yesterday. And so that's where I would like to start, is that this guy is just incredible, walking Hall of Famer, probably going to win Defensive Player of the Year again this season. So just a tremendous performance from him yesterday.
Yeah.
That's first?
He is who he is. Everybody, he's a talented guy.
We could talk all day about and we will, about the quarterback stuff and how bad that was, but I just think sometimes the good stuff can get lost when you're in a season of so much bad.
Well, let me flip this on you. You're a Ravens fan, so you do have emotional ties in this game. If you had lost that game, would your first thought be, hey, man, Mark Andrews had that great touchdown run. Let's celebrate Mark Andrews today before we get to the wins and the losses.
It's a good
answer
question.
is no.
It's a good question. My answer would probably be yes, though.
Hey, Mark Andrews set the all-time franchise record for receptions. Let's lead with that. The Ravens lost to the Browns, but let's lead with that.
So you don't think Myles Garrett is worth mentioning?
No, not the lead.
I just don't think he's the lead. I definitely think
it's the lead for me. How about that?
Okay.
Like, that's just what I wanted to start with. I'm not saying we have to ignore the quarterback stuff. I just think Myles Garrett and how awesome he is worth mentioning. That's all.
Let me ask you this, though. For as bad as the Browns are, did they get more interesting over the weekend? Because we've been struggling with that the past month of, the Browns aren't even fun anymore. Like they're not even funny bad.
Yeah.
Listen, Myles Garrett's amazing. It's obligatory to say he's great. He is. He chose this. For me, the narrative isn't how great he is. To me, the narrative is that he re-signed up for this. And I don't know why. And I still can't figure out why. Was it the rumor of Dak? We've asked people, Maddie, and to know. They say no. Was it because they handed him all that money? He could have gotten a lot of money from somebody else. Why do you sign up for this? He's the one that said that he didn't want to go from Cleveland to Canton. So I'll give him credit. He hung in there. I don't know what he believed. I don't know. I'll never know. But I can't believe someone that great signed up for this. I can't believe it. To me, that's the lead of the Myles Garrett show. I know he can wreck offensive linemen. Does he want to do it when it matters? Or where it matters?
You don't have opportunities to do it when it matters because they're always losing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And it's okay. And by the way, this could have been a win-win. He would have gotten what he wanted, and they would have gotten what they wanted. A lot for him. Now, I can't sit here and tell you the teams were lined up to give them how many first-round picks and all that, and then I wouldn't know that. And maybe the timing's bad, and he has a smile ear to ear because he knows what he's getting paid every game. But that, to me, is more odd than knowing that he had a great game. He's going to do this more times than not. He's going to rack up another Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, but we shouldn't become, and I understand where you guys are at, but I was just saying, I don't want us to become numb to seeing stuff like we saw yesterday. That's all I'm saying, is that this guy and what he does, to me, is worth talking about and not just some side, piece to the whole story, which is another week of rough quarterback play for them. That's all I was trying to do.
But it doesn't affect winning.
I get that. I'm not that. I understand that.
But I'm saying why it's numb.
I walked away from the game just relishing in how good this guy is. That's all That's all I'm trying to do here.
Your point's well taken. That we live in a world where it's louder and more penetrating to go to the negative. It is, because the positive doesn't really do a whole lot. And I'm with you. He's scary good. And it's sad that my mind goes to, why in the world did you do this to yourself?
Greed. Money.
But he could have gotten, somebody else wasn't going to pay him? He was trying to force his way
He just had to wait for it. Instant gratification.
I guess. I don't know what it is, because he told us he did not want to go to Cleveland, from Cleveland to Canton. And if I want to believe that this man is less about money than he is about winning or trying to compete for a Lombardi. Like, when you're that good, playing in the games that matter, we have a Hall of Famer on every Thursday. And one day, God willing, you guys will have him on. But I'm just thinking, it's about winning.
Not everybody's wired that way. I've accepted that.
So should I accept that with him?
You, in your mind, if that's what you want to do, sure, yeah. I just, there's so many guys, man, they can say what they want to say. Not everybody's wired to want the team to be great and all that stuff. Like, no, like, that's just not reality. It'd be nice, but that's not how these guys are wired. A lot of these guys are wired to chase checks and chase, individual stats. And if the other stuff comes along with it, then so be it. I don't think everybody's all.
So he was lying?
No, I'm not saying he was lying. I just think
I don't want to go from Cleveland to Canton.
I just think there's a lot of athletes that say one thing and don't necessarily mean it when it comes to the team stuff.
Ted DiBiase, what was his line?
So that's just where I'm at.
Everybody's got a price.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure look, again, Costanza, it's not a lie if you believe it. I'm sure he meant it at the time. I don't want to go from Cleveland to Canton. But he was leaving out the other half where it's like, but I also want the money, and it just so happened because of his contractual status, the Browns were the only team that were able to offer him that money in his current form before having to wait a couple of years to hit free agency. And then he didn't want to wait for that, and then that's where the price
Something
came
makes me feel that his, quote, desire to win, quote, was window dressing on a desire to be paid and guaranteed $125 million or whatever it was, and make $40 million a year, and now I'm good. Because guess what else is in that contract? A no trade clause.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's with the Browns for the next 5 years. Like, it's over. Like, unless they luck their way into a quarterback. Like,
he wanted both, but he couldn't have both, so something had to give.
Unless he felt that the Browns weren't going to deal him. That the front office said, no, we're not. Like, you can bark all you want, but we're not trading you. Like,
he was told something he felt good about at the time, and I think it may have been the Dak stuff, as you mentioned. And then along came $40 million, and there's nobody listening that's going to pass on that just because they want to be a winner somewhere else. That's what I think.
Boy.
I didn't mean to get us on this rabbit hole with Myles Garrett. I just wanted to say,
I think it's
amongst the things
actually,
that were...
this part, I think, is the most interesting. Not that he's not great. He is great, and it's nice to be able to say something great about an athlete. We do it all the time. It's just, I just keep wondering whether his athletic mortality is going to start weighing on him, that I'm going to be in my 30s, and I'm never going to play in an AFC title game, or I'm never going to be able to compete for...
He may revisit the trade possibility. Yeah. Who knows?
And the Shedeur stuff, I think there's a little bit of an overreaction to how, bad he was. I think there's a little bit. The guy was thrown in. He's not getting the reps. He's not on a great team. He holds the ball too long. He used to do that anyway. He's trying to make a play. The miscommunication with Judy on the pick is just that. It's that they're not on the same page, right? That's not what you'd call a forced interception. That's throwing to a spot. I don't know if it's his fault or I don't know whose fault that is. I don't know if it's Judy's or his. Here's Shedeur right now. I'll play this one on how he felt he played.
I don't think I played good. I don't think I played good at all. I think it's a lot of things, we need to look at, during the week and go and just get comfortable, even throwing routes, with Jerry and throwing routes with all those guys. So I think that was my first ball to him all year. But other than that, I just think overall we just got to go next week and understand, so then we have a week to prepare, stuff I like to do.
The stats suck. I get it. I just feel like we're making too much of that he should have been able to go into that game and somehow be great. And he was fairly decent at the end of that game. You know why it is, Maddie? I really think this is why. Because that game was winnable when he went in. So there was going to be a lot more pressure on him, and he's going to be judged differently. If they were down 23-3 when he went in and had the same exact stat line, I don't think people would be freaking out. But the fact that it's a 7-point, it's a one score, you're there, you got a chance. And he didn't meet the moment, and now he's getting crushed for it. I just don't know. They weren't investing in him up to this point. So what did we really expect?
Don't know what people were really expecting. He's been working his way back from, being banged up a little bit. You highlighted what's the most important thing. When you don't get reps with the ones and then you're asked to hop on a moving train against a division rival, like that's an uphill climb for anybody. So I would have been shocked if it looked the other way, honestly. Like this is kind of what I expected. And, Baltimore, their defense was coming after him. They were licking their chops. Their defensive coordinator saw him come in there and says, we're coming to hunt this young kid. They did that, and he looked flustered. And we'll see what Kevin Stefanski has to say about what's next for he and Dylan Gabriel, because I do think this is kind of what you wanted, though, is to get Shedeur in some live game action. And I think you also want him to get that whole ramping up of being the guy throughout a week as the starter. So hopefully that comes in time as well.
He's just not wired to live to fight another down yet. That's just not him yet. He doesn't have enough experience because he lived it in college and he was successful at running around and making plays. Can't do that at that level. We'll come back with our friend Adam King, 10 TV next in 2 minutes. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
Around here, it's all or nothing. And Toyota has more all-wheel drive choices than anybody. Like the family-size Highlander and the bigger, more powerful Grand Highlander. Now through December 1st, get 4.75 APR financing on any remaining new 25 Highlander or Grand Highlander, including hybrid models, with approved credit through TFS. Plus, you get Toyota Care, 2 years no-cost maintenance. For complete details, go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Football season is here, and so is tailgating season. Are you ready? If not, let Columbus Car Audio and Accessories help you get the latest and best accessories for your ride. Upgrade your sound system so everyone around can hear what team you're rooting for. Add mobile video and never miss a game on the road. Add style and privacy with window tint, and avoid scraping ice this winter by adding a remote starter. Choose Columbus Car Audio and Accessories when it comes to customizing your ride. Morse Road near Easton, Main Street in Reynoldsburg, or ColumbusCarAudio.com.
At Bank of America, we asked our teammates, what makes this company a great place to work?
There's very little that you can't accomplish working for Bank of America.
If you prove yourself, you can try over in a totally new way.
You can learn so much here. You're the owner of your career.
See how our teammates are growing in their careers at bankofamerica.com/great place to work. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Hi, I'm Maria, salon owner. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic, made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Their live golf team name is Ice Dogs. You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
You can't stop my happiness 'cause I like.
And we welcome into the studio the one and only Edna Turnblad. Our friend Adam King is with us from 10 TV.
How did you know that?
Here's the deal.
Wait a minute.
If you want to be famous, you got to learn how to take blood out of car upholstery. All right? That's a skill that can take you right to the bank.
You recognize this? I don't think you know what's going on right now.
I don't?
What do you mean? How do you guys know
I'm hosting the show.
How do you guys know this?
Why wouldn't I know?
Why is this happening?
Why is what happening?
What is happening? Cole?
Well, what is happening?
How are you?
What do you think is happening?
How do you guys know? I have buried this detail.
Listen, maybe there is no God. Maybe it's somebody like me who's just been around long enough he knows everything.
You remember when Tyrion Lannister said, I drink and I know things? You know.
How did you find that?
Find it.
Find what? What are you talking about?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
It was a song coming back from break.
Here's the deal. A week ago or more,
he is speechless right now.
When this man was out, the man to my right, the great Matty Ice Hayes, and you filled in.
Oh, no.
There was a spiral that happened. You had quizzed me on the movie lines, and then you said to me, and I picked up on it, were you a theater guy?
No!
Hang on. You said, are you a theater guy? And a guy of Matty knows this about me. Like, I that was an interesting thing you had said. And I barked back. I said, no, I'm a sports guy. Like not that there's anything wrong being a theater guy, but the fact that you projected that feeling onto me, I had a feeling that something was in your past. So, like I said, being here for a while, I had a buddy of mine text me and say, that was kind of funny that Adam was calling you a theater guy when he was the theater guy. And not only that, since you were a Gahanna Lincoln Lion, is that correct?
I was a Gahanna.
Okay. All right. Not only...
This is just to be clear.
I have pictures. So Adam starred in Hairspray the musical, and he played Edna Turnblad, who historically is played by a guy, correct?
Yes.
And now it all comes full circle that we know exactly your background, and we know exactly why you are who you are.
This is the most well done thing in my entire time on radio. I thought, like in the back of my head, sirens started going off, but then I was like, okay, maybe it's just a coincidence. Maybe there are coincidences. And then you said the Edna thing, and I was like, okay, maybe this is the weirdest coincidence. What in the world? That was...
I decided not to put up the pictures.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like you.
So you've seen the picture. How did you find
I have the pictures on my phone.
What do you...
Can you sing a little bit for us while we're here?
Can you perform?
Can you do it for us? Give us a little something.
Who is this friend? How did this friend know that? Because
as I said, maybe God isn't omnipotent. Maybe he's just a guy who's been around long enough. He knows everything.
Because the nice thing about playing Edna is there's music off.
It's bringing back good times, huh?
Get it off.
There we go, baby.
You can't stop it.
I can see Teenage AK doing this.
Was this your first big break?
You can't stop the beat.
Was this your first big role that you landed?
My gosh.
And when you auditioned for it?
So I will say, first of all, I loved my time as a theater kid. Second of all, I'm still very close with my theater director. She's an amazing woman. Third of all,
what about the lighting director?
The lighting director and I are very close.
Because you ordered those new gels, and when they got them for you, it was a big day.
First of all, the thing about being Edna, while it is certainly a character that's hard to miss, if you don't know it's me, you don't know it's me in the pictures. And so
I think that's up for debate.
Yeah.
Have you seen the pictures?
I may have seen it.
What is going on? Oh, no.
I don't know. Hey,
What, you got blackmail on me now?
It's all here, buddy.
He's holding his phone.
Got the receipts, baby.
Oh, no. Oh, gosh. That was...
I've never seen you blush, Adam King.
The fact
never
that you
until
used
now.
Even through the makeup.
I mean, his cheeks are red.
And you used a line from the show, which tells me you've seen it.
Or maybe I just did great research.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm not writing the American novel. I don't have a manuscript in my desk over there.
And
maybe you do.
And the listeners at home, I want you to understand, much like the Ian Fitzsimmons thing, this was not planned. I had no idea what was happening. And the fact that you two kept that a secret, the fact that Cole kept it a secret, I mean, I'm impressed. It's
been about a week in the making.
No.
Well, I first told him, and then today we kind of brought it all the way to the forefront.
Yeah. So
all right. So what plays, what musicals, what Broadway?
So I was Edna, which I never wanted to be Edna. I wanted to be Corny Collins, who's the TV guy. But I got the role of Edna because I was just goofing around, and I talk like this the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's yeah.
You were like Mrs. Doubtfire before.
I was. I channeled my inner Robin Williams.
Yeah. Joanna Man. Did you ever see that movie?
It's another good one.
No.
Joanna's good. Who was the former Charlotte Hornets player? Johnson, Larry Johnson, Charles Johnson.
Well, it would have been Larry.
He
Grandmama.
Was, Grandmama. Do you know Grandmama or Mr. Joanna Man? Do you know those references at all?
I feel like I know the second.
Grandmama?
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably Joanna Man.
I don't know what that is.
When did that come out? Joanna Man. Either way, sorry, AK.
2002.
Yeah. For some, I don't remember why he couldn't play in the men's league anymore, but he decided he was going to make it big in the women's league.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, I have never been so caught off. Well done. I mean, I want to give you guys an award.
Mm-hmm. critical acclaim. I know, the whole deal.
I mean, I wish, sadly, the camera's behind me, but if you could have watched my face as I started to what was
Big Brother in here. We got cameras everywhere.
Like,
when we go to break, I will show you the pictures that I have on my phone.
I hope that they're good.
Let's put this on the news tonight.
I hope that they are.
I mean, they are what they are.
Are they like from the actual show? Like, am I in full?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're
in full uni. I've got you on stage. I've got you backstage. I've got it all.
Well, who is this source?
I'm not going to.
Adam, this is the risk we all run when we work in our hometown.
I
there are too many people who know us.
I untagged myself in every photo on Facebook.
You blew it last week when you decided to say to me, what were you, a theater kid? And it got me thinking, why would he have said that? Because I know some movie lines? That doesn't make any sense. And then it all came back. Wow. So you're admitting to the whole deal.
I mean, I'm not, it's everybody has a past, you know? Mine just happens to be that I played Edna Turnblad in a musical.
What year was that?
Hairspray.
What year was that?
I was my senior year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So went out with a bang.
I mean, I will say, if you're gonna, it was the lead in the musical. You know, there was Edna and Tracy.
Listen,
you know,
you had to do what you had to do.
I gotta get the lead.
I said to both these guys, now we know why you're such a great performer. Like, now we really know.
Yeah. I mean, I did. I'm not as shy to admit I did musicals. Like,
I'm surprised you didn't want to do the acting thing.
West Side Story is awesome.
West Side Story was great.
I was a choir kid, not a theater kid, though.
But so, like,
there's levels to this.
If I came out here and I was like, hey, yeah, you know, we did West Side Story. We did, I don't know, Fiddler on the Roof. Like, you're like, oh, yeah. I mean, there were a lot of kids that were theater kids. It's the fact that it was that role that kind of made it so you had to kind of hide it down and... Yeah. I don't like to be center stage. Yeah, well, was center.
It's just a lie, Adam. Now we know that was just a lie. Play it again, TLC. This is a lie from you.
I don't like to be center stage.
Yeah.
That's factual. You got me there. Wow, I thought we were going to come out here. I was so ready to talk about Matt and his blueberries. And instead,
I got the blueberries on
Tucker Kraft, anytime touchdown.
Tucker Kraft, he's out for the year. Most theater kids don't know that, so I understand. It's all actually making sense now.
You don't know, Matty Ice. I was so flustered by the Ian Fitzsimmons thing. I had a parlay ready to go, and I'm looking at this list, and I'm like reading off the list, and I'm just thinking about how I've screwed this whole thing up with the Ian Fitzsimmons.
The Ian Fitzsimmons thing.
Tucker Kraft, whatever.
Yeah.
Just a dude in
here with 10 TV.
I had your back. They brought this up to me last week, and I was like, I think in AK's mind, it's a guy he's heard about all year, having a tremendous season. And he probably just saw the Packers and thought Tucker Kraft anytime tutty.
Because I was so flustered.
Of course.
I was just so flustered.
All right. When we come back, Adam will take you behind the curtain. What everything happens on stage and backstage. And we will talk Buckeyes.
And we're going to take 5.
Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
Winners of the prestigious Platinum Microphone Award every year, given to the best radio station in the world. No need to look it up. It's real. The Fan.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Hey, it's Anthony. It's Black Friday savings all month long at Germain Honda of Dublin. Get behind the wheel of a 26 Honda Passport RTL all-wheel drive with 3.99% APR for up to 36 months. Or you can drive the stylish 25 Honda Accord LX with an incredible 2.99% APR for up to 36 months. Germain Honda of Dublin, Sawmill Road, just south of 270, or shop online at GermainHondaofDublin.com.
James Laurinaitis here from my guys at Green & Sons, the premier Kubota dealership in Central Ohio. Green & Sons has all the Kubotas you need to tackle your land and come out a winner. They have zero-turn skid steers, tractors from 18 to 171 horsepower, and also utility vehicles. My favorite is my RTV Sidekick. The best thing about Green & Sons is they've been family-owned and operated since 1970, and you will love dealing with the Green Crane family and their winning team. Do what I did and check out Green & Sons, located at Mount Sterling and Marysville, or online at greenandsons.com for all your Kubota needs.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
One of the biggest reasons people get new windows, Wilson, is that old windows make for an uncomfortable house with crazy high roller coaster energy bills.
Leslie, people love being uncomfortable on roller coasters. The ups, the downs, the gurgling in your stomach because you had 5 corn dogs before getting on.
Did that happen to you, Wilson?
What? No.
Get the windows that can completely change the look and feel of your home at PellaColumbus.com.
Shopping this time of year can be stressful, but when you've got a guy, everything gets a little easier. Meet my guy, Bob Capace from Worthington Jewelers.
Hey, common man.
Hitting you one's car today, Bob?
Not yet.
If you're popping the question this holiday season, you'd be an absolute fool not to see Bob at Worthington Jewelers. The store is crowded all the time. Why? Because they give you the best price and service possible, and then people keep coming back.
I'm your guy.
Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington. WorthingtonJewelers.com, where Columbus gets engaged.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, is it true?
What's that?
Tire Discounters is offering up to $200 off sets of Goodyear tires?
Absolutely.
Plus free alignment and a full synthetic oil change?
You got it.
I'm not one to exaggerate, but that may be the best deal in the history of the world.
But free would be better.
Mike, don't toy with me.
Through the holidays, every day we're open, someone will get their money back on 4 tires.
But I...
Just breathe, Phantom. Breathe.
No purchase necessary. Ends 12/31/25. Visit website for details.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Common Man and Timmy.
I saw 2 guys get into it in the bathroom, and one guy threw the other one in the tub of urine.
Common Man and Timmy Afternoons on the Fan is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Rothman and Ice present Buckeye Bulletin.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Don't go through another furnace breakdown. For fast, friendly service, call the experts at Logan Services now for a free estimate and next day furnace installation.
All right, no BS. From the people that, from my guy, like, major compliments to you on this. Like, I was talking to him about it and how well you did and how stunning you were in this role and how much you nailed it. So I wish I was there. I just wish I would have seen it.
It is
the Super Bowl, the World Series. Those guys don't know what pressure is.
No, they don't.
That's kill
pressure.
Or be killed. 1 minute, you know.
It's not something I'm ashamed of. Like,
you shouldn't be.
Yeah, it was a great. I mean, I was the lead in our senior musical. I'm happy about it. It's just not something that I tell people unless you know. And with that,
wait, if you're not ashamed of it, why were you removing yourself from all the Facebook tags?
Well, because it's also a photo that I'd like to be able to explain in advance before you send it to me and say, what is going on in this picture?
Well, they either think you like doing that, or it's Halloween, or you're in a musical. They had 3 guesses.
Or they say, hey,
you like doing that.
You know, do you think there's someone out there right now that came to that musical and is now putting 2 and 2 together? They're like, oh my gosh, that was
How many years ago was this?
Would have been 12 years now.
Man, he graduated in 2012? 2014?
Packed house.
Had to be. With his name on the marquee. Are you kidding
What's
me?
that like in the after party, Adam? What is that like when you and all your cast members get together and celebrate a great performance? What's that like?
You ever been in a locker room after winning a Super Bowl? It's pretty similar.
I have.
Yeah.
He actually was.
I just want to say to those listeners out there, those that know Anthony Rothman, those that have never met him, maybe don't mess with the man. I'll tell you this: he comes for blood. He does not play, and he will ruin your life.
I wanted to take a glance at the old YouTube chat during the break, and one of the comments in there is, at Adam King, you bugged him for an entire week. Rothman was coming for blood, calculated, cold. Rothman is the one who knocks. AKA
Heisenberg.
Walter White.
Who is that?
That is from Ace 23 Shooter.
Rothman.
Ace 23,
what have
baby.
you started?
There is a
Jen just texted me a picture of myself. How she found it, I don't know.
Well, everyone's on the Google machine now. It's like I don't know if you have enough weight to scrub the entire internet, but it's probably out there. I did not do that. I would not, without your authority, I would not.
I don't.
Yeah.
Well, this is public information. Should I say it?
You can say it. I don't care.
What is it?
Are you sure?
Well, we don't know what
Because
it is.
If you go on Google Images and type in Adam King Gahanna.
Oh, this is happening.
Uh-oh. I didn't start this.
This is happening on the fly.
Uh-oh.
Is it not me running cross country?
No, there is one with you with the football helmet on, though, doing a sideline hit.
Oh, yep, it's there. Well,
Wait, is this?
Yep, okay.
You look like a ventriloquist dummy in this.
You look like...
Yeah, but that's not from Hairspray.
That was a rehearsal.
That's like you look like a real life blow-up doll or something. I'm not sure what's going on there.
All right. Let's not send everybody. Maddie has lost.
I'm sorry. Because now this is a thing now, and people are going to be all over this.
My favorite part is that random thing is going to get so much traction now on a just ridiculous.
Hey, the royalties are going to start pouring in.
That was a rehearsal.
Well,
Adam, why is Ryan Day lying to us about Jeremiah Smith's injury?
Oh, thanks, Cole. Cole just...
That's my question.
I never would have thought that I would be sinking in the ocean and Cole would throw me a life vest, but there we are.
A brick, you mean?
That's it. I'm not sure there's a life vest worth.
45-pound dumbbell he just threw at you.
But fill with cement.
Your question is, why is Ryan Day lying? I don't think Ryan Day is lying. I think that he's not telling the whole story. I think
fibbing?
Protecting his team.
He's protecting his team, and rightfully so. I think that is it long term could mean anything to anybody. You know, if I said, "Hey, how's your knee? You think it's long term?" A week could be long term for you. Timmy's out there limping around. It could be long term with his surgery.
Snip.
What about Carnell Tate? What do we believe that is? Lower body, calf type situation, maybe precautionary. What do you know? What do you believe? Without going all in on what's happening, you think both these guys are going to be fine for Michigan? Do they both get held out this week?
No,
on purpose to save them, which I would have zero problem with. Why would you?
I'm completely with you. I would definitely keep them both out. It wouldn't surprise me if Carnell played just to get him some reps back in a football game. Because, I mean, if you go up to Ann Arbor, it would have been a full month since Carnell would have played. It would have been Penn State would have been his last game, which that's a lot to... You know,
do you think he forgot how to catch a football?
I don't, but I do think that there is, just something about the offense clicking. You want to come out and click early with because the thing about Michigan is that Ohio State, and we can talk about it next week. This game, they can put this team away early. How Michigan, and it's what happened last year, is they hang around and they just hang around and like midway through the second half, you're like, boy, this is not what you're thinking. But if Ohio State goes up there and just plays their game and comes out hot like they need to, then it's probably not as stressful in the fourth quarter as you would think.
And what do we know? What are we thinking Jeremiah Smith's deal is right now?
I mean, again, he said it's not long term. He said he was, just something nagging, but he didn't look good walking. I mean, I don't think I'm saying anything, blockbuster there. He looked concerning, but moving forward, I don't know. I don't think you play him against Rutgers. I think that you could sit Jeremiah Smith for the entire 12-game regular season, play him in the Big Ten championship, and he'd be fine. So, yeah, I'm not too worried about and Carnell Tate too. I just think it just stinks that this is when it's happening. Like this could have happened at any point in the last 10 games. And instead, it's right before
Timing's
you
tough.
need him.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, like you said, it may not be, doesn't sound serious. Sounds precautionary, right? I mean, if there was anything that really was overly serious, Jeremiah wouldn't even have played against UCLA.
Yep.
Now, maybe he re-aggravated it or aggravated something that now has brought the timing into play that's just a little odd, but it's good. If this was last year and you had top 5 Indiana coming in, it would have been different.
That's right.
We would have felt it would have felt weird, but you've got Rutgers. You're a 33.5-point favorite, and you should be able to handle business without them.
As we have all said this year, we knew the run game was amazing. We knew the special teams was dominant. The question marks were always there at wide receiver.
Yes, okay. Thank you.
Took you a minute there.
I was like, all right. At least I was listening. Because took me about a second and a half, but at least I was listening.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
There were times last week that I wasn't listening. And for that, you have ruined my life.
In our last minute theater moment you're most proud of when you look back on it.
Oh, that's a tough one. I don't know.
Oh, there's so many.
We want to dig. I want to.
Manny, there's so
see
many.
If there's anything else we can.
You know, the cool thing about theater was the people. I loved the people. I loved that was why I did it.
That's what you missed the most.
If we're being honest.
The locker room.
Yeah, that's what
people.
The camaraderie.
The dressing room.
Yeah.
I'm never living this down.
Oh my goodness.
Next week we'll talk about you and your weird eating of blueberries.
I don't even know if it's that weird for people. I've been doing this for years.
Like you eat them like they're peanuts.
It's a little punch of sugar, you know, a little power boost to get you through. Try some of these.
No, I'm
on
not
the
going
TV
to
side of things. You'll have the best broadcast you've ever had.
I only eat blueberries if I'm like I got to be on like a vacation, and they got to have them at like the
vacation.
Yeah, when like you
The
get
buffet.
the breakfast. Yeah. Like I have never once in my life
They're
seen
expensive.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this: do you eat fruit at all throughout the week or your day?
When I'm on a vacation and
so you don't eat. Okay, there it is. You don't eat any fruit.
I can't admit. I don't very often eat fruit. You told me to eat pineapple the other day, and then I had pineapple for breakfast yesterday, and I was thinking about you while eating it, and I thought, I don't appreciate this.
My reason why I told you.
Yes.
We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that.
When you make it big as an actor, are you going to request a big bowl of blueberries in your dressing room?
You know, when I make it big, you're going to be my first call.
Darn right. I'll be carrying around the spotlight. Just
Thank you.
Shining it on it.
Yes, I will sign your playbill, Mr. Rothman.
Adam King, a.k.a. Edna Turnblad, joins us from 10 TV. We come back, and we'll hit you with a deep dive and our predictions off a wild college football weekend. Rothman and Ice in the Fan.
Catch the latest from the world of Ohio State athletics. Weeknights at 6 on the Buckeye Show. New special guests in everything scarlet and gray. The Fan.
This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, where we've successfully treated thousands of men for low testosterone and helped them feel like their old selves again. Please take a moment and listen to how we helped Tom.
Hi, my name's Tom. I've been a patient at Tri-State Men's Health, and I'm being treated for low testosterone. I didn't really notice the issue of just the energy and feeling slow in the middle of the day and waking up feeling as if I hadn't even gone to bed. When I walked into Tri-State Men's Health, I was extremely impressed from the get-go with the results of the treatment. I wake up in the morning now with clarity. I have had more energy in working out. I definitely have increased my strength. I would say that if there are men out there who experienced some of the same problems that I did with inability to sleep well and waking up without feeling refreshed and having your energy flagging throughout the day, go see Tri-State Men's Health. It's changed my life and it'll change yours too.
Thanks, Tom. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
Dormar, you're kind of hero.
Say goodbye to car care headaches with Carvenience from Shedeur Motor Company. This is Justin Hinderer. For only $49, we'll pick up your vehicle, leave you with a rental, and return it fully serviced and spotless. No more juggling your schedule or wasting hours at the shop. Carvenience lets you focus on what matters while we take care of all the rest, making life easier. Schedule your service today at HenderMotorCompany.com.
Score big with Columbus Car Audio and Accessories. Sound, style, and upgrades for every ride. Visit us today and kick off this season the right way. Columbus Car Audio and Accessories. Drive it, show it, rock it.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this. Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $200 into something bigger when you bet on money line, spread, totals, player props.
$200 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Remember when they used to ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? At Bank of America, we ask every day, what would you like the power to do? When you work here, you help build businesses, inspire communities, and forge legacies. And now we've raised our U.S. minimum wage to $25 an hour. So the opportunity to do more also comes with competitive pay. Learn more at bankofamerica.com/25. Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Charlie's battery is struggling to start. Not ideal before the tailgate, so he goes to AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone,
where a friendly AutoZoner tests his battery for free. Looks like he needs a new one, so he gets a Duralast battery.
have fun and stay warm.
And he makes it to the tailgate early enough to get his favorite spot. Free battery testing and charging. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
This is Corey Sickles with Safe Harbor Wealth Advisors. Loads and fees erode your retirement savings. Let us show you how to protect your nest egg. Visit safeharboroh.com to schedule a complimentary meeting. safeharboroh.com.
Dormar, you're kind of hero.
When your furnace or air conditioner is broke, we come out that same day. Dormar, home the Tin Man.
Make this your year. Looking for a new career in the high-demand fields of IT and cybersecurity? Attend classes live, online, or on campus. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify.
Picture it, your holiday table. The family cooking together, the scent of golden brown bread, rosemary from roasted potatoes, and a salad so crisp it snaps. This season at Kroger, make the moments that matter possible with quality that's affordable in every aisle. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
You can save big on 12 packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or 7-Up. Select varieties or buy 2, get 2 free with your card. Limit 8. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon, I'm Tyler Danberg. Ohio State White House Jeremiah Smith and Cardell Tate were named Biletnikoff Award semifinalists today, given to the top receiver in college football. Other CFB news, Michigan running back Justice Haynes is likely out for the rest of the regular season per ESPN's Adam Rittenberg. Haynes led the Big Ten in rushing before undergoing foot surgery. From the NFL, Cowboys visit the Raiders at 8:15. Per ESPN's Adam Schefter, Falcons QB Michael Penix Jr. is believed to have suffered ACL damage. He was placed on injured reserve. Eagles right tackle Lane Johnson suffered a Lisfrank's injury, an injury of the midfoot. Packers running back Josh Jacobs considered week to week after tests revealed no structural knee damage. NHL, the Blue Jackets host the Canadiens at 7:30. NBA, Cavs welcome the Bucks at 7. This update sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. Enjoy rates lower than the national average, plus a special rate on balance transfers with the Visa Platinum or Visa with Rewards credit card.
Most shows just skim the surface, but Rothman and Ice feel like the biggest story of the day deserves a closer look. It's time for a deeper dive.
Sponsored by Low T Center. Low T Center, reinventing men's health care.
All right, final hour of the program. Rothman and Ice. Anthony Rothman, Matty Ice Hayes, the loose cannon. We'll do a little update on Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers at 2:30 because we really don't know where this is going. And the reason it's relevant is because the Steelers are relevant. They are. The fact that they're 6-4, and here comes Matty's Ravens, Bengals and Brownies out of it, like this is it. It's a two-horse race in the AFC North, and they lead it right now. And how long Rodgers is out and all that, we'll get to at 2:30. We got all that stuff with Ramsey and Chase to get to here very shortly.
Yeah.
And now he's caught in it because
he's just caught.
He's caught. Only way out of it, the only way out of it is if he comes back and says, in the moment, I didn't realize I did what I did. It's the only way he could get. And I'm not saying
I don't want to hear that either.
I know.
don't think anybody's
I'm not
buying
saying that
right?
he would get out of it. I'm saying if there was anything plausible, Jamar Chase would have to say, when you're in an emotional thing and you're not thinking and we're in an argument, that's the only thing. And he hasn't yet, so we'll see. But anyway, the Bengals get trounced 34-12. And, they were in the game for a little bit. Looked like it was going to be a real low-scoring game, and then you had the defensive score late and all that. But Mason Rudolph is back in, so.
Yeah, the Jamar thing is just, it's a joke on his part.
Let's do it now. Talk about it, because it's a big deal.
It's a very big deal, right? Because it's one of those situations where I think he's staring down the barrel of a suspension. Like, Jalen Carter got lucky earlier this season because his technically happened prior to the game kicking off. So that counted as a one-game suspension for him, or he would have been suspended with the whole back and forth with Dak Prescott. And I think now with just the screen grabs that are out there, the slow-motion videos that are out there with the whole back and forth with he and, Jalen Ramsey, there's no avoiding what I think is coming. And I don't know if the NFL has a choice but to suspend him for a game. That's the precedent that they've set, and it's as clear as day that he lost his cool. They were talking some you-know-what back and forth, and he took it too far. And so for Jalen Ramsey, I can understand why he had that type of reaction, because when anybody crosses that line, to me, you really have no other choice but to defend yourself the way that he did, because that's one of the ultimate forms of disrespect. And so for a team that AR needed that win to come out of that with a loss and probably the double-edged sword of our best offensive player outside of our star quarterbacks not going to be available for the next game, it's tough look. But Jamar Chase, he knew what he was doing, and now he's got to lay in that bet.
Whatever the dream was for Cincinnati, if it was still alive, is dead now. Whatever dream Joe Burrow was trying to put out in the atmosphere and he knew how important the game was in the division, and here I come, I'll be back in a few weeks kind of deal. He's just trying to keep hope alive. I'm not blaming him for it. And he's back in the team just can't back up what he's saying. And even if he played, who knows? Now, he only put up, 12 points. So the offense certainly went down the tubes, and here we are. It's another season that might have been in Cincinnati.
Yeah,
with a star quarterback.
Kind of the opposite formula, what we've seen from him, right? Like the opposing team gets to north of 30, and we're used to seeing Flacco and the gang at least get to 28. And I know Flacco's been dinged up and all those things, but you mentioned the turnover. The pick six was, for me, it felt like after that was the big momentum swing, the Steelers needed. And so here we are again talking about the Steelers, at the back end of a regular season, hanging around and being the leader in the division. We'll see if they can close the deal out. But yeah, for the Bengals, this is just one of those years from hell, man. Like, you have your star quarterback get hurt again, and you started off the year with some dicey contract stuff with Trey and all that, and just they have not had anything be clean for them this year at all. And this whole Jamar Chase situation is another one of those negative stories that's followed him in 2025.
Yeah, listen, you and I have discussed this a lot, and I guess I look at it as it is disgusting. It's stupid. I don't know why that's the go-to move for some guys. I don't. They're in the battle. I'm not. They're in an emotional, heightened area on the football field. I'm not excusing it. What I'm saying is I look at that not the same, for me, not the same as somebody trying to hurt me or somebody taking a cheap shot at me or somebody hitting me late or hitting me in the head or the neck. That's reckless, and I have that to me, that is the big no-no on a football field, because I'm not going to end somebody's career or even worse, their quality of life after they're done playing. Now, get back to the spitting incident, and this is, you've got the sound, right? So I got
Jamar.
So this is Jamar. Well, I sent you the stuff with Ramsey, but it would have had to have been bleeped out a little bit, the first part.
I just saw it, and there's some FCC violations.
So this is Jamar Chase being questioned about the incident between he and Jalen Ramsey.
He was saying that you spit on him. Did you spit on him?
I ain't never opened my mouth to that guy.
So what do you think prompted the reaction from him?
Well, he don't like some of the words I told him. We've been going back and forth the whole time, so I'm sure some got under his skin. First time we had a altercation, and then it was the second time.
What are you saying?
I ain't spit on nobody.
What I don't understand is that we live in this world where these guys know there are cameras everywhere. You can't get away with this. Why lie? Like that's what I don't get. It's that, like, you're blatantly lying, knowing you did it. In 2025, this stuff is going to get caught. And you can see clear as day. For the folks that haven't seen the video, it's like a loogie, man. This isn't some quick little thing. Like, this is a loogie that we're talking about that goes from his mouth in the direction and lands on Jalen Ramsey. So that's just foolish, just to lie. I don't understand that.
I don't have an answer for you for that. That, you know what that is? That's either a guy isn't thinking the way you're thinking, which is it wasn't caught. I wasn't thinking about a camera. I didn't think a camera got it. And then way later, it gets blown up. But you're right. He's schooled enough to know that it wasn't something slight and it was probably going to get caught. But we had the same thing with Dak, right? And the Eagles.
Jalen Carter, yeah.
Like, at that moment, I didn't see it. I didn't see Dak spit on him. In the moment, I didn't.
Well, Dak spit in Jalen Carter's direction. Remember, like that
at his feet.
At his feet, and then Jalen Carter was direction.
But I didn't see it even. Like, I didn't see Dak do it at the time. And I watched that replay during the game, and I didn't think about it. We were all more like, what an idiot Jalen Carter is to get himself tossed in the first play of the game or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so you start asking yourself, what is setting these guys off? What made Jalen Ramsey want to punch him? Well, words can get that done, but the fact that Jamar Chase sat at his locker saying I didn't spit on anybody, well, the PR person and the media relations people in Cincinnati are going to be able to show him the video, saying this is what we're dealing with. Do you want to? We just want you to be informed.
Right?
Like, could they have informed him before he did interviews? Maybe if they knew about it. But I think sometimes this is like internet stuff and stuff that takes a little time to gather some steam. When did this happen during the game? What point of the game was this? Do you guys remember?
I don't remember exactly when it happens. Because now here's the thing that's got to happen if you're Jamar Chase. Whatever punishment comes down from the NFL.
12 minutes left, sorry.
12 minutes left. No, you're good. Whether it's a massive fine or suspension from the league. Now he's got to come back out and say, what now, AR? I lied. Clearly,
he's going to have to come back and say...
The cleanup is now worse for him because he lied.
If he wants to continue the lie to some degree...
What's that sound like?
It sounds like what I was crafting for him, which is I was in the heat of battle. This is a rivalry game. We were having words. Obviously, it was very emotional. We both want to win. We're both ultimate competitors. I have seen the video now. I don't remember truly doing that. But now that I've seen it, I apologize profusely. There's no excuse. I'm a professional. Okay. We're going to have our time. We're going to have our trash talking. He's going to do it. I'm going to do it. I crossed the line, and I will learn from it. That's it. That's all he can say.
There's one other thing he can say.
What's that?
And it's kind of hard to argue against. It was AI. That didn't happen.
Oh, the old AI excuse. Huh?
Are we at, honest to goodness,
okay.
I'm being half funny, half serious.
No, I don't think.
Well,
honest to goodness, are we at a point with AI where you can just kind of deny everything and then put everybody in a 50-50 situation?
Here's where I think he would run into a problem.
Ramsey knows it wasn't AI.
Correct. And I also don't believe that's the only. I also don't believe that that's the only camera angle. If he decided to go down that path, that would make him look horrible. Because I think if he said that, then there's all type of different camera angles of him doing what he did, and then you're screwed.
There's another person involved here. It's Jalen Ramsey. He's already said in the post-game conference that he did spit on me, correct?
Yeah.
So that means he would be even worse than the guy he's accusing of it. Like, because then Jamar would be wrongfully accused of doing this, this has...
Oh, Steelers fans going on Twitter making AI videos just because they're supporting their boy Jalen. Like, there are arguments to spin where, like, and I'm not saying they're good arguments, but they are ones where, like, you can just deny the evidence as AI, and at least Bengals fans would probably believe it. It would get tribal. It would be Steelers fans taking Jalen's side, and it would be Bengals fans taking Jamar's side.
Probably, yeah.
I'm going to go on.
At least if you're skeptical of AI.
Okay, so I'm glad you brought it up. Because that does exist in a lot of ways now. Like, there's stuff like it looks real, it shouldn't be real, it can't be real.
Mm-hmm.
It's all. I mean, it's.
I don't think he can explain this one away though with that.
The only way, because Ramsey's the one saying he did. If Ramsey was saying I punched him because he said this, I didn't see him spit or feel it. If Ramsey said I'm not sure about any spit, but I'll tell you what he did say that set me off. Then you'd have something, but I don't think you do.
The video that we're seeing, right? If Jamar Chase did play that card, the NFL would just go back to that source, right, and demand the original tape. So I don't even know how long you could get away with that if you decided to go down that road.
Maybe you can clean up the Ramsey during the break. Maybe we can get a clean version of that. And then Chiefs Kingdom. It could be crumbling right before our eyes, at least for this season. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
The best thing about watching football this weekend, talking football on Reaction Monday.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys.
The Fan.
Ooh, winter's coming. And when the wind starts to blow, don't come inside to the cold. Open the door to peace of mind with your Waterworks and Header Precision Furnace Tune-Up and Energy Savings Plan. Your furnace is the heart of your home, and Waterworks and Header will have yours running at peak performance throughout the winter. Plus, you'll save on those energy bills too. Go to waterworks.com and schedule your furnace tune-up online. Waterworks and Header, heating, cooling, and plumbing, together to serve you better.
Hey friends, Beamer here. Thanksgiving, as we know, is right around the corner. And what better way to say thank you than $500 off to a thinner, healthier you? Now through Thanksgiving, Awaken 180 is giving our great listeners $500 off your program. Visit them online at awaken180weightloss.com.
2 years ago, Bobby Carpenter completed treatments for knee pain at QC Kinetics. So we're checking in with the former college and pro football player to see how he's doing.
I've been asked a lot, like, how long does this last? How long does it work? I go, I've had mine for a couple years, and everything feels very good. It feels just as good as it did when I started to turn the corner.
Bobby's an active husband, dad, and business owner. That's why 2 years ago, he heard about QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative treatments, and he knew he could trust them for his chronic knee pain.
And thankfully with QC Kinetics, I was able to go through this, and my activities are the same as it was. I'm able to coach my kids in sports. I can play golf. I can go run.
QC Kinetics patients like Bobby don't miss a beat. No surgery or rehab, just freedom from debilitating joint pain. Ready for lasting relief from joint pain? Call QC Kinetics today for your complimentary consultation and see if you're a good candidate.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
You know, most people will agree with this. Life is a lot better without pain and more comfort. Hey, it's Anthony. I used to buy the over-the-counter insoles thinking that just the cushion itself would solve everything. It didn't. So I finally got serious about support. I went to the Good Feet store where I was personally fitted for arch supports. I started feeling relief, more stability, and stuff stopped aching. My lower back felt better. I don't care whether you're an athlete or you're retired. Get greater comfort and confidence from personally fit arch supports from the Good Feet store. That's because their arch supports are designed to align your body from the feet up, and they can help provide relief from pain and discomfort like it has for me. They have an expert staff trained to understand your specific needs, and they recommend the best solutions. It's simple. Just stop by the Good Feet store at one of their convenient locations on Polaris Parkway or Stringtown Road in Grove City, or, of course, learn more, a lot more, at goodfeet.com.
Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings are so good. Right now, save on new Santa Fe and Tucson's with 0% financing and make no payments for 90 days. 0%. Go now, Columbus or Dublin or glakeshyundai.com with approved credit in 12-1.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy houses as is fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, rental portfolios. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Call TurboTrack Realty today for an all-cash offer and speak with one of our friendly staff members at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Join Rothman and Ice every Thursday at 2:30 for Gold Jacket Thursday.
Presented by the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
A new Hall of Famer joins the show every week, but not OJ because he's dead and probably a murderer. The Fan. Fan weather.
from the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We will have a sunny day ahead, but don't let that fool you. Afternoon temperatures getting into the upper 40s only, and then for tonight, lows right around the freezing mark, which will start off with rain going into daybreak on Tuesday, but we could be mixing in with some snow toward the morning commute, but little to no accumulation is expected, turning over to all rain as we head into Tuesday afternoon as highs climb in the mid to low 40s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman and Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Rothman and Ice present Free Snap Reads.
Sponsored by Newman Roofing. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF. Or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
All right, Ice, a little Bet365 time.
Let's lock in, brother, because at Bet365, for new customers, they have a new deal waiting just for you. All you have to do is bet $5, and you're going to get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose, so you could turn that $200 into something bigger and better when you bet on totals, spreads, money lines, or player props. Keep an eye out for Super Boost and Daily Boost as well. Monday Night Football tonight. Got the Cowboys out there in Las Vegas taking on those Raiders. I'm looking at one of the boosts right now at Bet365, the wide receiver 1-2 punch. It's the Dallas Cowboys on the money line, and it is both CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens to get at least 80 yards receiving in the game. And I like the value of all three of those combined at plus 600. So I'm going to lock in on that bet boost at Bet365, the wide receiver 1-2 punch. Them boys on the money line, CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, both get to at least 80 yards receiving in the game.
I could see that happening. Both of them, that's the tricky part, but you're getting good value on it.
The over-under for the game is 49, so at Vegas expecting some offense here, maybe some some high-flying acts going on in the game, so I'm rolling with that.
What is Genty's over-under on yards? Do you have that?
Let me see if I can cook that up for you, big dog. Ashton Genty, where is he? He is, I've got 64 and a half. The juice on both sides, AR, is minus 110.
Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going all in on the Jackets tonight. Okay. I'm going to lay the goal and a half on the puck line. I'm going to get the plus 185.
Okay.
This is one of those. Montreal's having a tough time scoring right now. The Jets back in.
Let's go.
And I feel like they're going to generate something tonight against Jakub Dobiš. By the way, the bet, we're down $5 for the year after we went all in on the Calgary game and emptied the account. We got it back with Seattle. We got a little back with Edmonton. We lost with the Rangers. So I'm going to do that. If I combine it with a Javonte Williams and an Ashton Genty touchdown, both of them scoring, with the Jackets minus a goal and a half, that's plus 626.
Okay, there it is. Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions apply. In app only.
And may the odds be ever in your favor.
So the Jamar Chase Spitgate game. This is 12 minutes to go in the second half. Ramsey was ejected after he threw a punch at Jamar. And you heard Jamar Chase in our last segment say that he never opened his mouth to that guy. There's plenty of video evidence that says you did. And
real quick, AR, I showed you one of the screen grabs during the break, and it's like mid-spit for Jamar Chase, and it looks like a spider web connecting between the two. It's like you can't explain this one away. Uno, come on, man.
Yeah.
You did it.
Got physical, got emotional. You got a face mask grab, you get a spit, they get separated. Ramsey gets tossed. Here's Jalen Ramsey. This is the cleanup version. To the best of your knowledge. Jalen Ramsey.
To the best of my effort.
Talking to reporters.
That's not it.
Talking to reporters about the incident.
Hold on. 5, 4, 3, 2. And Jalen responds to Jamar. That's what that's called.
He spit on me, so it's up. I don't give a about football after that. Respectfully. I'm always going to be all for trash talking, stuff like that. I actually enjoy that part of the game. I think people know that. But, and that's what we was doing. I mean, after the first one, the first little thing, the play before, he tried to like crack block me or whatever. You know what I mean? I got up off that, and then we got up talking or whatever, and he snatched my mouthpiece off my face mask. And then that's when I pushed his face mask, and then whatever. That was just a little scuffle. But the refs told us right there, like, hey, y'all chill, no more of this. Cool, so, I'm the one like, all right, no more, just talk but let's keep it clean so everybody's staying or whatever. The next play, same we was talking for real, which I'm cool with. And then, yeah, as soon as he spit, it was I ain't gonna tolerate that part of it.
Mm-hmm. Sounds legit to me.
I get it.
He admitted he had a lot of work to do.
He admits that he's okay with trash talking. Yeah. He does it himself. Mm-hmm. He wasn't trying to get on him for that. Just said it was kind of one thing after another. And you heard in the very beginning, he did mention that he'd spit on him.
He said he did it.
Yeah.
He right out of the gate. He said he did it, and pretty much said after that, he said, quote is, it's up, which means like, hey, all that other stuff, the football stuff, hey, it goes out the window because it's just in his mind, and I'm wired the same way, like one of the ultimate forms of disrespect to another human being. And so all that other stuff goes out the window, and yeah, it was unfortunate because those guys, man, are two big stars for their teams, and the battle back and forth was fun to see, right? The trash talk, the yanking of the mouthpiece and all that. Like, I'm here for all of that, but this is just crossing a line that, you can't cross. And now for Jamar Chase, he'll probably be in a tracksuit on Sunday on the sideline. Or maybe not even in the building. Who knows? We'll see.
Hurt his team a lot. Hurt him a lot.
Yep.
He's a guy that gets paid more than $2 million a ball game. And so I assume that's going to hurt him too when he gets suspended. So this is a bad deal. I'm not going to here to tell you that it's going to matter. Bengals are toast. They're toast at 3-7. Doesn't matter whether Joe could come back for Thanksgiving or not, because they're not. I know it's the NFL.
And look at their next 4 opponents.
That's what I was going to say. But I know it's the NFL, and every time you count something is guaranteed. The NFL says you're wrong. But let's be honest. If he sits, even with him, we're looking at potentially, I would say, 4-8 going to Thanksgiving. Or going to Buffalo. So after Thanksgiving, maybe 4-8. Probably lose that 4-9. Could you beat Miami? 5 in Arizona. Yeah.
It's New England on deck.
It's a 7-win team at best now.
Yeah,
at best.
It's the Pats on deck this weekend. So now, if he is suspended for this game, you're talking about one of the best young corners in the league, and Christian Gonzalez, who now doesn't have to worry about him and can focus all in on T. Higgins. And it sounds like the Pats will be out Milton Williams for a while, which is a big loss for them and their defensive line. But the secondary assignment obviously is going to get easier now for a team that doesn't need help anyway. That being the New England Patriots is how good they've been. And so, yeah, I mean, this window of time that the Bengals are in is so odd to look at because there's a lot of good to identify, especially with the guy that we're talking about on that side of the ball. But if you're a Bengal fan, you just got to feel like, what are we doing right now? Like these seasons they're lost seasons. No playoff appearances now. Probably another one here in 2025. And the injury stuff is real, but this roster just has a long way to go. They got a long way to go, especially on the defensive side of the ball. I didn't think they were horrible on defense yesterday.
Oh, really?
Not horrible. There were some things where it was just like
don't know how to tackle.
The bar is so low for them.
I guess
that's just kind of where I'm looking at it. But overall, big picture. They're not close right now.
10-6 at half.
That's what I'm saying.
You're in the game, but
to your point, the bar is so low.
Oh, who was actually the highlight of the weekend was, who was it? It was Darnell Washington.
Mushing that dude.
Running over 3 guys.
Beast mode.
You know what it reminded me of? You ever see those videos of the little kids in house league football or whatever? Or peewee football, and one kid is just so much bigger than the rest, and he's just stiff-arming everybody, and just
because Darnell, he's what
6'7", 270.
6'7", yep.
He did it.
Stumbled right into it.
He did.
I think he's billed as 300 pounds.
Good call.
It's right there.
No, he can't be 300.
I think coming out of college, it was close because people were like, hey, this dude could transition into an offensive lineman if he wanted to. I think he was close to 3 bills. I think he was or still is. Because he's got to be listed at least 280, I would guess.
No, he's listed as 265. I don't buy that.
He runs
This is
like
crazy.
265.
Wow.
He doesn't run like 300. I think he's, who knows? Either way, he was run over Bengals like they were Pee Wee football players.
He was. And so big win for Pittsburgh on deck for them. A trip out to Chicago this week, which is a tough place and a good team to play right now. And then you get Buffalo the following week. So for both the Steelers and the Bengals, some tough opponents coming their way over the next 2 to 3 weeks.
All right, we'll come back here in a couple minutes, and we'll hit our friend Ray Fittipaldo up there in Pittsburgh. And Aaron Rodgers has a slight break in a concerning injury update. The question is, do I mean he got a break in the injury news, or it really is a break? We'll find out next. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
Would you ever consider playing for the Saints?
No. Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this. Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose, so you could turn that $200 into something bigger when you bet on money lines, spreads, totals, or player props.
$200 in bonus bets when new customers bet just $5. It's the only betting app I use. Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions apply. In-app only.
Care Heating and Cooling. Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
Remember when they used to ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? At Bank of America, we ask every day, what would you like the power to do? When you work here, you help build businesses, inspire communities, and forge legacies. And now we've raised our U.S. minimum wage to $25 an hour. So the opportunity to do more also comes with competitive pay. Learn more at bankofamerica.com/25. Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Charlie's battery is struggling to start. Not ideal before the tailgate, so he goes to AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone.
Where a friendly AutoZoner tests his battery for free. Looks like he needs a new one, so he gets the Duralast battery.
Have fun and stay warm.
And he makes it to the tailgate early enough to get his favorite spot. Free battery testing and charging. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
From military life to a rewarding career in IT, kickstart your new journey in a matter of months in the fields of IT and cybersecurity, including AI. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including VA benefits.
Rossman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Finding the sweet spot between the over and the under. You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
Quick update here. Jamar Chase, according to our friend Paul Dehner Jr., walked through the open locker room. He was asked to talk. He declined to comment. And for reference, his regularly scheduled presser is always on Thursday afternoon. So clearly he has not crafted or cleaned up anything that he wants to say other than I was saying to Maddie during the break. Maybe you could go with some people accidentally spit when they talk, like, and they get all emotional and frothy. Maybe you could just say I didn't intentionally want to spit. It happens.
You could just say, hey, I pulled a Bill Cowher.
Oh, man.
Yes, absolutely. He's got a few days now to craft something up. All right, our friend Ray Fittipaldo is ready from the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. My man, it's good to have you. How you been?
Good afternoon, guys. I'm doing well.
When were you made aware of the video that exists showing Jamar spitting on Jalen Ramsey? How long after the game did you see the video?
Well, I got back up to the press box, and I was in on the Ramsey scrum in the locker room, and there was another reporter from our paper who went to the Bengals locker room. So he gave me all the stuff from the Bengals. I had just gotten done with the story and sent it in, and then Steelers PR behind me said, guys, gather around, got to show you this video. And then there was no doubt what had happened. So had to go back in and rewrite it. But, it was probably about an hour, maybe 90 minutes after the game until I saw that video.
Ray, did Jalen say to you in the locker room that is the sole reason he punched him?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he said if you know Jalen is all about the trash talk. He welcomes it. He said that was fine what they were doing, with Jamar and, the rest of the Bengals on Sunday. But when it got to that point where he was spit on, he said, that's not football. And he reacted the way he reacted. And, you talk to the other players in that locker room. They were fine with Jalen doing what he did. Unfortunately for him, he was ejected from the game. We'll see if the NFL does anything further to him. Considering the circumstances, I highly doubt the league would want to step in. I would think the league's next move, and we saw this with Jalen Carter, is probably at least a one-game suspension for Jamar Chase, and who knows, maybe more.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. That's for sure. So that storyline kind of took over the headlines about that game, but there's another big-time headline attached to this as well, and that's now the health of Aaron Rodgers. Ray, what's your understanding of the significance of this injury and where this is now headed for him?
Nothing official yet, but what I'm hearing is it's short-term, not long-term. And right now, it seems like he's probably going to be a long shot for the Bears game, but it might not be too long after that that he is able to return. So I know there's some stuff out there already today that he's pushing to play, but considering the circumstances, everything I have heard is, yes, he's pushing to do that, but to do it in a week's time is maybe a little bit of a stretch. But, hey, you know how Aaron loves playing against the Bears. That's been a big rival for him over the years. I wouldn't put it past him to play if he's able. Let's put it that way.
So surgery's off the table?
As far as I know, yes.
Okay.
I haven't heard anything about surgery.
All right, so now they're a team that's leading the division that's going back to Mason Rudolph. How does everybody feel about that? He looked pretty sharp, but it was against Cincinnati. What's your confidence level they can stay afloat with the Ravens coming fast?
Yeah, I mean, listen, Mason's done it before. He really only had 2 drives in that football game, but both of those drives, I think the time of possession total in those 2 drives was like close to 14 minutes. Really controlled the football and led them on that big drive that gave him a 27-12 lead. He was 6 for 7 on that drive and really had good command of the offense. So obviously a short sample size. Aaron Rodgers was really good the first half of the season, but honestly struggled a lot against the Chargers, struggled in that first half against the Bengals, and, Mason came in and did what he does. So, I don't have any doubts that over a short span, game, 2 games, 3 games, Mason would be fine. It's the idea that he would have to do it over the course of the rest of the season where I think people might have some doubts. So, fortunately for the Steelers, it doesn't look like it's going to unfold that way. And, we'll see if Mason can lead them into Chicago and beat what turns out to be a pretty good Bears team. I don't know if anyone had the Bears leading the NFC North at 7-3 on their bingo cards way back in August.
Ray, a Steeler fan of mine, right around the trade deadline, really wanted them to acquire another playmaker opposite DK Metcalf. We saw that obviously that did not happen. Maybe Jalen Waddle, Jacoby Myers. Like, what's your understanding of how close they were maybe to acquiring one of those guys? How much effort did they really put forth to try to trade for a playmaker to come in and help out DK and the rest of the gang?
Yeah, I mean, the effort was there, but, as you guys know, you always need a dance partner. And a lot of the guys you mentioned there, Myers went, but a lot of the other guys ended up staying put. And, the situation in Miami, I think, is a little bit difficult for that interim GM, stepping into a situation where there's really no one to run the team at that point. So I always thought, whether it was the Steelers or anyone else, it was going to be hard for Jalen Waddle, to be acquired during this deadline. Some other big names out there stayed put as well. So it wasn't for a lack of trying. Omar Khan tried, but they just couldn't get anything done. And, it's been a storyline all season. Teams have been doubling DK Metcalf. The production is not there for Metcalf being a number 1 receiver, but here they are almost Thanksgiving, and they're in first place in the AFC North. They're 6-4, so they're obviously doing something right on offense.
All right, Ray, let's maybe Rodgers comes back. Who knows? It sounds like you say it may not be long term. What is your feeling on whether this season has any impact on whether Rodgers would want to do one more?
Yeah, I totally think it depends on how the rest of November and December unfold. Last year at this time, the Steelers were 10-3 with Russell Wilson, and everything looked fine and dandy, and the season didn't turn out that way. So, like I said, Aaron had a really good first half of the season. He's endured some struggles recently. I do think if he finishes strong and, let's say the Steelers go 10-7 and make the playoffs, I do think there would be an avenue there for the Steelers to try to convince him to come back for one more year, because if you look at it, nothing's really going to change. They're probably going to draft or try to acquire a quarterback in the first round of the draft in the spring. They're going to try to do that, but you don't necessarily want that guy starting as a rookie. So whether it's Aaron Rodgers or Mason Rudolph or somebody else, I don't think they're going to put that kind of pressure on a number one pick to try to come in here and perform as a rookie. So, yes, there would definitely be a way for Aaron Rodgers to come back if he wants to.
Remind me, it's just a one-year deal, right? Just this year?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
The running back situation right now, Ray, going into the next game. I know Jalen Warren's a little banged up right now. Is he absolutely going to be out for the next game? And outside of that, the overall output of the running back room this season, and your thoughts on that so far?
Yeah, I talked to Jalen in the locker room after the game. He said he was fine. He could have gone back in, but they were riding the hot hand of Kenneth Gainwell. And, there's no stars in the Steelers' backfield, but they've gotten really good production, especially with those guys as receivers out of the backfield. I mean, the Steelers' best play on Sunday against the Bengals was the dump-off. I mean, Kenneth Gainwell was making my guys miss in the flat, was getting major yards after the catch, and that's really how the Steelers' offense moved the ball yesterday. And also with Darnell Washington doing what he did, which was, spectacular. But, the production in the running back room, they're not going to have anyone who's close to leading the league in rushing or anything like that. But they kind of use the short pass as a secondary aspect of the running game. And when you add it all up, it's actually halfway decent. They're not a very good running team overall if you just look at the rushing stats. But if you incorporate the run, the catches out of the backfield, the runs after the catch, it all adds up to being a pretty decent backfield.
What is Darnell's official weight, Ray?
It is not. I think he's listed at 265. I could tell you it's probably closer to 305.
Wow, okay.
He is a monster. Wow. Yeah.
My goodness. That was a heck of a moment for the big fella. Well done, bud. Good stuff, man. Glad you're always in the epicenter of it for us. Thank you.
All right, guys. Have a good week. Talk to you.
You too. Ray Fittipaldo, our friend from the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, who was in the scrum talking to Jalen Ramsey, had another reporter on staff. We're going to send you to the Bengals locker room, and they had it covered.
Interesting. He said their PR team showed them the video.
That's right.
And so you were bringing up the question of, like, in Cincinnati on their side.
Show him.
They needed to show him.
Before the interview.
And so you have that, and now Jamar not speaking to the media today, which I think is a tough look. Maybe that's been, hey, from the top down, we don't want you speaking until the NFL comes out and dictates what's happening moving forward. But it's a tough look for Jamar to not step up and own that today.
It's not that he just didn't talk. It's that he talked and denied it a couple times.
Lied. He lied.
So he's either going to go with two things. He's going to go with it got emotional. I didn't think I was doing that.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to do it. I'll learn from it. I'll take my punishment the way it comes. I'll apologize personally to Jalen. That's one way to go. The other way it would be sometimes, you get some slobber going when you're out there and it's a ferocious deal.
That's just
it was just a natural reaction to me when the saliva was building up to expel it.
I hope he doesn't use that, because that's a horrible sell when you are the entire game talking trash with that guy.
And then
in that moment,
that he really shouldn't go with he deserved it.
Yeah,
please. That one you probably don't want to go
And that's
with.
like Roger Goodell's like, you're suspended for 3 games now instead of 1.
You should have heard what he was saying.
And they better hope it's only 1. I mean, we could sit here and say the season's probably over, but they got that Baltimore game on a short week after that. So a 1-game suspension in a world of suspensions is ideal.
The NFL would like to have him, but just like the NFL probably would have liked to have seen the Lions get the ball at the end of that game last night and didn't. tell the truth. Next, Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
The only workplace in America to participate in the Doorknob Fart Game. And we also play office basketball and sometimes do radio. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you've hit your medical deductible, now's the time to see Dr. Mark Levy. Get a custom oral appliance that stops snoring and helps you ditch that CPAP and pay less out of pocket. Call 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com before the year ends.
Another reason to choose Hinderer Motor Company for your next vehicle. This is Justin Hinderer. Every vehicle comes with a lifetime powertrain warranty, award-winning service, and our exclusive Carvenience. We pick up your vehicle, service it, and return it so you save time and enjoy peace of mind. That's Carvenience. At Hinderer Motor Company, we take care of everything so you can drive worry-free. See why we're the best choice for your next new or used car by visiting HindererMotorCompany.com.
I'm back to doing what I love and more, thanks to the Good Feet store.
Do you want to walk, play pickleball, and enjoy other fun activities to stay healthy, but you can't because of bad feet? Hi, this is Mike, and the Good Feet store wants to help.
I just had difficulty walking. I tried them on in the store, and my foot felt so much better.
Do you keep buying new shoes and inserts with little or no relief?
I tried all kinds of shoes. It was the arch supports that made the difference from the Good Feet store.
Don't let bad feet, knees, or back problems get in the way of staying healthy and having fun.
Thanks to the Good Feet store, I bowl in 3 nights a week.
Get back to doing what you love. At the Good Feet store, we'll personally fit you with high-quality arch supports to maximize your comfort. Stop in the Good Feet store or book your free fitting at goodfeet.com. Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road at Grove City.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Diamond Sellers bring the world's finest jewelry to you at our annual holiday gala December 4th through December 6th. Celebrate the season of sparkle with up to 25% off for 1 weekend only at our Salmo Road and Easton locations. Visit diamondseller.com/gala to learn more.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Don't let your insurance benefits go to waste. End the year sleeping better with Dr. Mark Levy's oral appliance. No mask, no noise, just results. Hurry, deductibles reset soon. Call 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or go to sleepbettercolumbus.com today.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, is it true?
What's that?
Tire Discounters is offering up to $200 off sets of Goodyear tires?
Absolutely.
Plus free alignment and a full synthetic oil change?
You got it.
I'm not one to exaggerate, but that may be the best deal in the history of the world.
But free would be better.
Mike, don't toy with me.
Through the holidays, every day we're open, someone will get their money back on 4 tires.
But I...
Just breathe, Phantom. Breathe.
No purchase necessary. Ends 12/31/25. Visit website for details.
Hey folks, it's Austin Ward, and Thanksgiving is approaching quick. Still plenty of time to get your Awaken 180 consultation on the calendar to receive your $500 off. It's a thank you from Awaken 180. No, you don't need to start the program right before Turkey Day. Simply have your consultation now and be ready to start the Monday after. 4 weeks before the new year, and with results like mine, you could be down 27 pounds on your way to dropping 50. Fast results, and now with $500 off. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Wake up and laugh with the Bob and Tom Show on the Fan 2.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
It says here they've won 5 Marconi Awards. I can't even spell Marconi. The Fan 2, Columbus's home of the Bob and Tom Show.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Columbus, Worthington, Air, and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Tell the truth with Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by Window Nation. Right now, get 50% off all window styles from Window Nation at windownation.com.
All right, TLC, take us home.
All right, here we go. Let's open up the Rothman and Ice vault and throw it back to October 1st, 2021.
All right, the Super Bowl halftime show for this year has been announced. When I saw this announcement, I kind of like it. Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem. I'm not sure who this is. Mary J. Blige or Blige.
Wow. Mary J.
Wow.
Stop the show.
That's a little shocking.
Stop.
I mean,
the show.
Maddie.
Why? Hold on.
Now you know how I feel sometimes.
Hold on.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Not only does he not know who she is, he butchered the last name. Bodie, I love you.
Be serious, man. You cannot be serious.
That hurt me so bad to my core. Mary
awesome.
J. Blige. Wow.
Over the years, it's been turned into Mary J. Blige because I started thinking, why was I saying that? It was because I was trying to come up with other ways he could have butchered it. And that's the only way. The fact he was that close. And he did say it with a question. Like I think
I'm not sure who this is. Mary J. Blidge.
Like we have embellished it over the years that he went in it with full confidence.
He did it.
He didn't. He actually was questioning himself.
Good
so,
stuff.
Bodes, good job, man. You were as close as you could get without getting it. Yeah. You had the Blidge and the Blidge mixed up.
Go listen to "Be Without You" by Mary J. Blidge.
He knows her now, apparently, when a song comes on.
"Be Without You."
Yeah.
She went crazy.
Good stuff.
I was hurt. I was hurt because I thought Bodie would know who Mary J. is. But, Fish came down here during one of the breaks, and I was like, it's not Aretha Franklin. It's not Patti LaBelle. It's not one of those from the past that's like an all-timer. And when I say that, I'm kind of disrespecting Mary J., but I think those names are more recognizable.
If I told you right now, what's Mary J. Blige's biggest song, what's the answer?
Could have sworn you just said Blage.
Mary J. Blige?
There's a little Blage in there.
Blige?
For me, my answer would have been "Be Without You," but that's just my personal preference.
I definitely know who she is, but I couldn't name you, a single song.
That's what I'm saying. She's not on that.
I'm starting to realize that now I don't even know how to pronounce it.
Wait, I thought it was Mary J. Blige.
Blige.
Yeah. I was going to say, I think he got it wrong.
A little Blage in his.
Mary J. Blige.
It's alpaca. Blot that, AR.
You got a It's alpaca.
I've been saying Blage, like blase. Mary J. Blige. It's Blige.
Maybe we just bag it and it is Mary J. Blige forever on this show.
Mary J. Blige.
That's right.
I mean,
it
Mary J.
sounds so much more fancy.
There it is.
And
either one of those two.
One day I did come in here. Maddie knows playing "Stir It Up" by Patti LaBelle, and that is one of the great. I know it's from the Beverly Hills soundtrack, and that's why I'm saying it, and it's true, but it's awesome.
If you're worried about Mary J. and how to say that, just call her Monet Tejada. Monet Tejada.
Her real name?
No, no. Oh. She did some acting in one of the series Power. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the show Power. So in one of the spin-off shows, she is Monet Tejada, and I think she did a great job as Monet. So Monet, Mary J. Blige, whatever. We know what we're talking about.
And I was thinking about you while eating it.
Oh, jeez.
And I was thinking about you while eating it.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Adam King. That's all I got on.
Wow. You're not safe in here, folks. You're just never safe.
I entirely forget what he was talking about.
I know what he was talking about.
The pineapple.
Maddie told him to eat pineapple.
I told him to eat more pineapple. Just get that
and
in the routine.
Thinking about you while eating it.
Maddie told him to eat an upside-down pineapple.
Man.
Hey, should officials change the way that they officiate late and close games?
No.
I'm with AR. No.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I watched this last night, watched a couple times. What bothers me most is that it was so not egregious. There was nothing there. And I know Collinsworth went crazy too because it was in a moment of the
receiver. That's why.
Well, yeah. Okay, so this is what I saw, and I'm going to be completely honest with you. The only grab, and remember, we're watching on TV, so we don't know when the ball's in the air and when it's not. The ref said the ball's in the air. I did see the Detroit Lion, was it Branch?
I think it was Rock Ya-Sin.
It was Rock Ya-Sin.
One of the best names.
Rock Ya-Sin does grab his right hand, but this is after the push-off by AJ to get clearance. Ball doesn't even look catchable. I just feel like there were so many factors that led to that was probably the weakest of the PIs I've seen in football. But I did notice that when he pushes off, Rock Ya-Sin grabs his right hand so he can't get his right hand up to join his left to try to catch the ball. I hated the call. I wanted to see the Lions get it. I'm just trying to... I read what the referee said, and I'm telling you, I think that's what he saw live.
Did he go by the letter of the law thing? Was that because I didn't.
Balls in the air. He probably didn't see the push off very well.
He saw the grab.
Probably didn't even think it was a push off.
Yeah.
And then when AJ Brown turns to his left to try to go up, He can only go up with his left hand and not his right. Yeah. I think that's what he saw.
It's one of those. It's one of those calls, and I'm completely with you on everything you said. If you're on the Eagles side of this, if you're an Eagles fan, you want the flag. Lions fan, it's no PI. I had no rooting interest in the game. I didn't think there needed to be a flag thrown on that play.
No,
to answer TLC's question, I don't like when refs change up their style of calling a game just because it's late in the game. No, the way that you were calling the game to start the game, if you're letting guys play, let them play.
I'm a ref. I got to ask myself one question only. Is it a penalty? If it's a penalty, I'm calling it. If it's not, it's not. I don't like this. I don't like the complete other way guys go with it where they say, oh, let the players decide the game and you're not there. We're not paying to see you. That's a stupid, weak cliche. It's just a stupid, weak argument. The refs are there to call the game. They're human. That's why we got instant replay out the you-know-what right now, except for stuff like that.
Just don't change it up on the play.
That's
my only thing.
Be consistent. If you didn't call it that way the whole game, if you didn't think it was a penalty, then don't call it. But I don't like the stuff at the end of a basketball game where guys swallow the whistle because they don't want the game to be sided by that. Then what are we doing? Then why are we having refs? For what, 3 quarters? And then in the fourth, they're not allowed to call anything because the game's dramatic?
Shouldn't be that way.
But that was not a real good PI call. It really wasn't.
If you want referees to change the way that they call games because you're worried that that's going to change the outcome of the game, changing the way you officiate changes the outcome of the game.
For sure.
And so they can't just pick and choose that. Yeah. And so where do you draw the line on that? Because if they start swallowing their whistle, hey, I think this is a flag, but not in this spot.
Yeah.
Well, that's a massive gray area.
It was not what we've seen, what we've come to know that is pass interference. It did not jump off the screen to anybody like that. But all I think he saw was the grabbing of the right hand when A.J. Brown was turning. He did not get the little bit of a push-up. They should have let it go.
You know, the Steelers going to try to come in and raw dog us.
That was game 1, wasn't it? That was the first game. Hey, before we go, if you miss anything from our show.
You could go with that. That's, by the way, the fourth excuse. That's what I thought was going to happen. So I spit
on nobody.
Yeah.
Before we go, if we missed anything from our show, you can always catch up wherever you get your podcast. All you got to do is type in Rothman and Ice. Everything we do from noon to 3, we'll be waiting there for you. Subscribe to the podcast as well. Bet365 is the official sports betting sponsor of the Rothman and Ice pod. Common Man and Timmy coming up next. Timmy back in the house with Common Man.
We thank all our guests today. Jim Lachey, Edna Turnblad.
Thornberry
and Ray Fittipaldo. We'll talk to you tomorrow after the press.
And
Bodie Wells. Rothman and Ice in the Fan.
And Tito.
Free Place and Ortiz.
Common Man, a radio veteran, has a large hemorrhoid. Timmy Hall, a good, clean boy, moonlights as man's